on, you can do better than that. Are you ready for showtime? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breakdown, baby.
Who the hell is this?
Alan, you have been described by your enemies as evil, insane, manipulative. Who are you?
To examine it would be to, like, demystify it.
Yo, kick it with a tasty groove, okay?
Wow.
Definitely makes me cringe.
Very, very, very painful.
1, 2, 3, kick it. Kick it, come on. God damn it, could you one time kick it? What the
You're disgusting.
It's showtime!
It's the Alan Cox Show on 100.7
You ignorant prick bastard.
WMMS. Cleveland.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good afternoon. Greetings. Put your greasy little face up next to the radio. And let's do the thing, shall we? My name is Alan Cox. Thank you for showing up. Hi there. Say hello to Bill Squire, who's here too.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy early St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
I'm excited. I'm
for
ready.
Tomorrow.
I'm going to get a nice, good night's of sleep and just really be ready to run and drink tomorrow.
Run and drink.
Mostly
and drink and run.
Mostly drinking.
Yep.
Drinking is what I want to do.
Erica Lauren is out. Pound cake back behind the glass.
Happy Friday, white people.
You sound considerably less excited than Bill just did.
Happy Friday, white people.
I'm gonna need a certain level of pre-St. Patrick's Day excitement. Pound cake.
I'm saving it for tomorrow.
We're gonna. Okay, I get you. He's saving it up. I got you. We'll be downtown tomorrow morning with some of the RMG crew, as we like to do a 2-show deal for St. Patty's Day. In years past, we've done the bar crawl in various neighborhoods. We're doing the inaugural Cleveland 5K kilt run tomorrow, which is early, but by 10 a.m., we're going to be done and ready to drink. So if you're doing the run, we'll see you there.
What time does the run start?
I think the kilt run is
like
8:45.
Okay, that's what I
And
thought.
then the 5K is around 9.
Yeah.
5K takes you maybe an hour max. So 10 o'clock, we're going to be set up a dive bar, and then we're going to make our way around to a bunch of different spots on West 6th tomorrow. So if you're down there to join us, we'd love to see you. And have a couple of pops. Me and Bill and Pound Cake. Dieter, Doogie, Jeffrey, Snitzer. I ran into Dieter in the hallway this morning. He said, "You going to wear the kilt?" I said, "Hells yes, I'm wearing the kilt."
Hey, Pound Cake, can you move your camera?
I'm pretty sure he is too, so that's good. If you want to get a hold of us today, telephonically, feel free, 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007. Want to give me a text, you can do that. I will see those, 35192. And the show live streaming at alancoxshow.com. Just hit our YouTube channel at the bottom of the page. The chat is live there as well. Erica is not on maternity leave. Obviously, she's been gone from the show now for over a month, and she's just getting her health squared away. But, obviously conspiracy theories abound, and so a lot of people were suggesting that perhaps she was on maternity leave.
Yeah, not pregnant. No bun in that oven.
That would be a blessed event, wouldn't it, by all accounts? I mean, that would be something that we wouldn't keep from the audience.
And by the time it's maternity leave, you would know she was pregnant by then. She would be ready to pop.
Yeah, she wouldn't keep that a secret.
And frankly, by the time she is ready to squeeze a cabbage, she'll be ready to leave the show anyway, right? I mean, you're going to have a kid.
How would you think that?
Because you're not going to want to mess with a baby and this.
Doogie does it all the time. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but Doogie's a bad mom.
You leave that darling woman alone.
I love Doogie.
I do too.
I just read the comments.
I'm not saying it can't be done. My ex-wife did morning radio for a long time, and she had both of our kids. She'd have to get somebody over to the house at I don't know how Doogie does it. It's hard finding a nanny who will come over at 4:30 in the morning, Ain't easy.
Wasn't she on maternity leave, but she had the studio set up at her house?
Who, Doogie?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's amazing.
Alan, are you sure you'll see my text? Well, no, I'm not sure. But if you send them to those numbers in the order in which I give them to you, a 3 and a 5 and a 1 and a 9 and a 2, I will see it.
Before the show started, there was quite the incident.
Dude, I'm already aggravated because I was in the bathroom and I'm taking my pre-show dump, okay? I have a pre-show dump and I have a post-show dump. And I'm relaxed when both of them happen, right? I'm getting into show mode.
Yeah.
And then after the show, I'm spent. I'm ready to go in, play some Words with Friends for a couple of minutes, have a post-show dump. So someone gets in the stall next to me, and they destroy the thing. I don't know who it was.
Yesterday?
This is minutes before today's show.
Okay.
I'm talking 15 minutes ago, okay?
Wow.
Somebody destroys it, and I swear to God, I brought it with me because the hallway now smells like I got this person's flakes on me, and I have a feeling I'm carrying it through the hallway with me, so I apologize.
And that's what you think, but what happened was pound cake.
What had happened was...
No, it's stuck in this room. It's not even in here anymore.
Is that your fault?
No,
No, it's not my
he
fault.
ripped a fart in his side studio because I went in there to set up the camera before the show, and it was like I was walking into a rotten egg factory.
Oh, no, I totally farted, but I was in here by myself. So.
Right, but it wafted into the hallway.
Dude, that hallway, I was sure I brought that with me.
No, that wasn't me.
As unlikely
No,
as...
in the hallway, that is you. It's the same fart.
As
not the same
unlikely
fart.
as
It
it's...
is.
Who else is it?
It's not coming all the way from the bathroom to over here. That is your fart that got out into the hallway. Yes.
It escaped. I was only half joking. I thought, well, it's unlikely that I would carry someone's fart fumes with me all the way down here, but I didn't think there was any other explanation. It's your fault.
No.
You farted and then you opened that door.
I didn't open the door. Bill opened the door.
Those are soundproof rooms. They're not airlocks. They
It's
don't
not
keep it in there.
smell-proof.
Right.
Well,
It was out there, and it was bad, and it was all stirred around because before the show, there's a lot of things happening. I got to get things ready in there.
all the
I'm back
more
and
reason
forth.
all the more reason why I let one rip because I was still
Well,
doing
go
things.
do it in the stairwell or something.
Regardless, it's gonna get.
Yeah,
so somebody
don't-
would walk through the stairwell.
Here is a good
I'm
rule.
not worried about the stairwell, people. I don't have to. I'm not going to get into.
I was
your
hoping it would fade away,
fart
but by
cloud.
the time you got
Here's
in
a
here,
good
you come in
rule.
my-
Here's a good rule of thumb. Just don't fart on this floor if you have to do it. And by the way, you are an adult, grown-ass man of 25, and you don't know what your farts do. That's nonsense.
No, I knew it was
Your
gonna
fart
stink,
is
but I-
bad. Like,
Everyone
I knew it was
knows
gonna
what their
stink.
fart. With the-
I'm a farter.
You come in my room and fart all the time. I don't want to hear it, Bill.
Yeah, because that's hilarious.
That's funny, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What
so-
you did is not funny.
What
you weren't
you
doing it to
did-
be funny.
No,
You're
you were
doing it
doing
to be
it.
No, I had to
gross.
fart. I
You're
had to
trying to
fart.
sneak one out, and then it was rancid, and now I have no eyebrows.
We have our audio carpet on these walls.
Mm-hmm.
It's peeling in there. We're gonna have to re-glue his studio together. Someone who
We're gonna
has
have to take it all down because it's into the fibers. It's in the fabric now.
I was sitting there. I was like, oh,
They
wow,
just
that's
did
pretty
this
great.
carpet, and now we have to get rid of it already.
someone who has as deplorable a diet as you should not be sneaking farts at work.
You probably pooped your pants.
No, I didn't.
Somebody farted, standing in the welfare line. Not sure who's behind. It wasn't mine, like the Red Sea. The line just parted, 'cause some nasty sucker knew he just had farted.
That's gross. That song should be the one that makes you cry at a red light, not Celine Dion.
Oh, I let it rip in my car all the time.
And
Yeah,
that's your
a
car.
car. That's your car. You're
That's
allowed to
right.
fart in your car.
But at
you're
work-
even allowed to fart in work. I'm just telling you, it was a bad one.
It was
I
awful.
understand it was a bad one.
It was
but
a really bad
I wasn't
one.
intending on you to come in there, but as soon as I did, I was like, oh wait, Bill has to come in here and fix the camera. I was
By
like,
the
hopefully
way,
it fades by
which-
then.
how-
Is it gone yet? Because I got to go back in there and plug that camera in. Unless
It's
you can
still
just
in
do
the
it.
hallway.
Are you testing to see if it's in there by smacking your lips and see if you can taste it?
Yeah.
He goes like this.
If you were trying to taste your fart, we have got bigger problems than I thought we did at the beginning of the show.
I think it's gone. Maybe I'm immune to it. I think it's gone. Maybe I don't know.
Everyone's
what's in the
immune
hallway.
to
I
their
didn't
own
know-
farts.
I
We
just-
walked
no, I
through
smell-
them.
Just plug
I
that
smelled
phone in. Plug that camera in so that I don't have to go back in there.
Yeah, no problem.
All
And
right.
by the
In
way,
break.
why are you so afraid to poop at work if you're just farting willy-nilly? It's the same thing. You're going to get blamed for one just as much as you will the
No,
other.
I didn't expect Bill to come back in here. If it was just gonna, I was just gonna let it marinate in here and just it's my fart. I can deal with it. When Erica's in here, I don't fart in here. I hold it in the whole time. But
Well, I
was
would like the same courtesy, or just just let me know Because I'm.
Well,
if you
I was
fart, you
gonna,
fart.
but you just barged in. I was like, okay.
I mean, you did fess up to it. You didn't try and blame it on anything.
Yeah,
Because I walked in.
You said, what does that smell? I said,
I'm like, I
farted.
thought it smelled like rancid Indian food.
Yeah.
It was real bad.
Well, I'm just happy to know that I didn't bring the person's
you're not the
fumes
fart
next
transporter.
No. Yeah, I feel bad.
Smells like the devil pinched off a loaf in here.
But what can you do if you got a fart?
Hold it in like you hold in your poop.
Yeah, you hold in all your poop. Why can't you hold in a fart?
Don't pat yourself on the back for not pooping at work when you're letting fly with the gaseous version.
Or go over to the lake. Nobody's over there.
Right, go fart in the lake.
That's right. I could go in that studio. Nobody's in there.
They'll play anything, including your farts.
They got that big stuffed animal pig. Just fart into that. Use it as a buffer, as a
right. Like when we used to get high in our
muffler.
friend's bedroom and we'd open the window or we'd exhale into a pillow. Go fart into that stuffed animal down at the lake. And then the next time somebody has to go in there to check something out,
it'll be a
they'll
filter.
Like, oh my God. Something's going on in here. Anyway, okay. Well, then I'm off the hook because I thought I was the one trailing it through.
You didn't bring it.
Thought I had a contrail.
I had no idea it was in the hallway though. I don't know.
Well, congratulations.
I'm looking at the live chat on the stream, and I guess there was a colostomy bag found in that they talked about on Rover this morning.
No clue.
Ugh, that's a bummer.
I don't think people leave their colostomy bags behind.
Yeah, I don't know the story on that.
That's a piece of medical equipment that you need. Well, I don't know anything about that. But we've already determined. We already know where it came from. It came from Pound Cake.
Yeah, so
we're not still trying to figure out what the source is.
Your nickname is no longer Pound Cake. You are now Colostomy Bag.
Okay, whatever. Call me whatever.
Okay, listen. Dr. Ryan Berglund is going to be here later on for Is It Red? We're done with our Is It Brown segment. Is it Brown?
And it was.
It was. Cody Brown. Dr. Ryan Berglund from the Cleveland Clinic will join us later on for Is It Red? Guys, if you've got some odd stuff going on down there in the strike zone, he comes in every so often to help you out. He's a surgical urologist from the Cleveland Clinic, so that's right in his wheelhouse. So if you want to get an early question in, you can shoot me an email. Otherwise, we'll take your texts and calls later on. 35192 if you want to text here.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app.
Welcome to Signing in the DMs. Yeah, we should get some theme music and some production for this, but that's more work than I want to do right now. Welcome to a commercial break on the Alan Cox Show. I think we're doing a great job today. Are we?
Yep.
Yeah, of course. We have no idea, actually, because we pre-record these. So, Pound Cake's real tired right now. Why are you so tired? Because you're burning the candle at both ends?
That sounds real kinky, but no.
No, that's just a regular saying.
No, I need to catch up on my sleep, and working 2 jobs is a thing. It's not, people do a lot more, but it's a thing, and I will always want to bring my A game, so I try to relax now, and then when the show comes on, it's like,
ta-da.
Yeah.
So, do you think it's because you got a little hitch in your schedule this week because of SpinFest?
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about that. We didn't really get to talk about that yesterday.
Dude, that thing is insane. And you know what? I almost felt bad because they asked me to do it because I'm a personality. But in reality, I don't really have any DJ skills. But
we know that.
But I'm like Diddy, where I can recognize talent. I know talent when I see it. And I can spot a star.
And so, who are some of the... Now, Mattitude wasn't in it this year.
Mattitude was not in it last year, and that's why I was glad I got to judge this year. Because last year, I watched as a spectator and just as a fan, because I thought I was going to win my trip to Vegas. It didn't happen. My trip. I mean, yeah. Matt's trip to Vegas.
Matt's trip, where Pound Cake was going to conveniently tag along.
I've been a good friend. I think I deserved a trip to Vegas. But that's besides the point. Now I actually had to have a say in who got to win. So, I mean, there was like all these local DJs, the top DJs from, the area, and Dare the DJ won, so shout out to you if you're watching this, Dare. You did a great job.
Dare the DJ.
Dare the DJ.
I don't know.
I like the name, though.
Yeah.
Dare the DJ. It's like Bob the Builder, Dare the DJ. You could have like a theme song like that. But
does he do any incorporation of like the Dare program? Like the drugs?
No. I don't
Dare to keep kids off drugs and on these sick beats.
Yeah, that would be a good slogan. But no, he doesn't have that yet. But my next step, I want to start doing like drops for people. Like, Hey, it's Pound Cake, and you're listening to Matitude. I could say it real sexy because Erica did some.
Yeah, they could do that, and then that's when you know the night's over. Once you hear Pound Cake come over and go, yo, it's Matitude.
All right, the party's over.
Ones and twos. Everybody go home.
Everybody get the hell out.
Get out.
It's last call, y'all. But, all right. But I had a great time, so thank you, Barley House, Cleveland, for having me.
Was there any, like, what set Dare the DJ apart? Because I'm sure they were all good. They were all...
There was different categories that you had to judge on. There was technical stuff, which is pretty much making it look pretty, making it look really harder, much harder than it is. So all your handwork and all, doing all the, making you unique.
So like almost like style points.
Yeah, style points, originality for their song selection. So, you know me. If you incorporate pop, R&B...
as long as it's not rock.
All right, nobody's twerking to Living on a Prayer, okay, in the club, so I'm sorry. But no, so some people actually did incorporate rock. I think someone did play a little Kid Rock. And so you get points for that. You get points for intriguing the crowd, getting crowd involvement in. And, you know, anybody who could get me up and twerking, you know.
But shouldn't every DJ be able to get you up and moving? Like, isn't that...
You would think, but some of them didn't. But...
So you were there with Alan Cologne, and I believe I saw on your Snapchat or your Instagram story, Ashley Z, the new...
Ashley Z, the new girl from Kiss FM.
Yeah.
She's over there. She popped in right after her shift. Evie was there. If you guys don't know Evie, you should.
Everyone should know Evie.
He's like one of the top DJs here, and he does LA, and you know he's the real deal. So he was there as well. He was one of the judges, and you know it was really cool. I felt like a VIP because I hadn't earned that much clout yet. I hadn't had a seat at the table until now. So I'm like, what else you got for me?
Well, I'm glad you had fun. All right, thanks for joining us. We'll have a few more of these segments to play during the show today. And make sure you join us at the Cleveland St. Patrick's Day run tomorrow. Even if you want to run, just come out and drink with us. We'll be at West 6th, starting at 10 a.m. at Dive Bar.
I'm practicing being out of breath.
And we'll be there till about 2 p.m. We'll have all the bars we're going to be going to posted on social media and stuff like that. So,
I need a nap like today to prepare for tomorrow.
I'm taking tonight off just to like be real chill so I can get up, do the run, and then I'm going to go real hard tomorrow. I got reasons.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, guys. Do a little quick
to join us for St. Pat's tomorrow downtown, you can join us for the 5K Kilt Run. You got to, I think, get these before the office closes today, right? Yeah, by 5:30, you got to pick up your bib and everything out here. So if you can do that and you want to join us downtown tomorrow, then be caller 11. And then we'll find somebody who can't be caller 11, find somebody who can come out. The inaugural St. Patty's Day 5K and Kilt Run tomorrow morning downtown on West 6th with Coors Light, Hermes Cleveland in the West 6th Street District. We will be there along with some of the RMG crew. Cleveland St. Patrick's Day Run.com will have all the info you need, okay? So if you can join us last minute, be caller 11. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
The Alan Cox Show.
Sure, you could listen to another show, but then how would you find the puppies we've buried in boxes around the city? 100.7 WMMS.
About 10 minutes from now, another $1,000 for you, bottom of every hour, about 30 past. You get your $1,000 bribe, simple enough. Every one of these keywords we give you has got $1,000 attached to it. So 4 more chances here on this show this afternoon to get you hooked into that. Dr. Ryan Berglund will join us later on after 5 o'clock for this month's installment of Is It Red? He comes in from the Cleveland Clinic and answers some of your dude health questions. If there's weird stuff going on down there, guys, he will be here to help. Also, a lot of people asking me to replay our St. Patrick's Day song. If you missed it yesterday, I will play that for you again, probably about an hour from now.
And then we'll have a music video on Monday.
Ooh, beautiful.
Or Tuesday, depending on how fast we can get all the video edited together.
Solid.
And congratulations to Matt Campy, who did the song, also just became a dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. And he had the time to do the song for us.
Yeah, I didn't say he's a good dad. I just said he's a dad.
He's just looking to get out of the house. Mm-hmm. Good for him.
Like literally like
a week ago.
A week ago, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, welcome to the club, son. 35192 if you'd like to get a text into me. The live stream is at the Alan Cox Show YouTube channel. If you listen to the show on iHeartRadio via the show site or the app through your Alexa or your Google Home, let me know if you're out of state. I always like to hear, people will hit me up and they'll go, hey, I found you on iHeartRadio. Because some people, they'll move from Cleveland and they'll stay with the show wherever they go. And then other people will find us. And I'm always...
And just become fans, yeah.
And just become fans.
Which is always cool.
Listens in Kirkland, Washington, outside Seattle. Diane's in St. Louis. Lisa is in Brownsville, Texas. Mike is in Daybreak, Utah. TJ's out in Honolulu. I was so aggravated. I really had to calm myself down today because I was just going down this spiral of aggravation. And I didn't want to be. I was just aggravated and I couldn't even really put my finger on it. I was just...
I wish that was the end of the story. I was just aggravated. Anyway. Did you figure it out? Did you pinpoint it?
No. It's just one of those things where I'm just like, everything's pissing me off. And it's not, when I say everything, I mean it in some vague, generic sense because it's not like it's one or two. And I felt bad because I got home last night and I'm like in a funk, and I want to talk to Gwen and I want to hang out with my kid. And I was just like, I'm sure my wife was picking up on it too. But I was just aggravated. My eye hurt for some reason. Like
cancer's back.
The cancer's back. I mean, chemo is not cheap. It felt like I had something in it, and so I'm like looking, and it didn't. I don't know. It wasn't swollen or anything, but it just felt like something was in it. So it was just one of those, like, it's just an annoying thing that just aggravated me. So then I'm in a bad mood over that. I had 2 or 3 voicemails in the office from local stations and one publication, all of whom shall remain nameless, wanting a comment from me on the iHeartMedia stuff. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not a financier. I don't know these. I know the same thing you do. I don't know. Why would you call me about that?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you call like the corporate managers or whatever? What are you calling me for?
And everything that's been out there has been, everyone said it. Like, whatever our what iHeart's release was, that's all we know. So what do they expect?
It's
Like
not
you're
gonna
going to get a
affect-
scoop?
It's not going to affect my job. And frankly, like if I did know something, what am I going to tell some dude from Channel 5 that I
Right.
don't know because he left me a voicemail? So it was just, I was just aggravated. I'm like, delete, delete, delete. You guys don't call me about anything else. Why are you calling me now? There's a million things you could be calling me about.
Yeah.
At any given time, right?
You guys should have called about Pound Cake not knowing any rock songs. Where were you on that one?
Yeah. So it was just, and I don't like feeling like that because it's one thing if you go, man, I am pissed off. And somebody goes, why? And you go, this guy cut me off. If you can put your finger on it. It's when, and we've all been there, when you're just irritated.
I think it's a combination of lack of sleep and just kind of, I mean, as far as work goes, it's not like you have an easy job. It wears on you.
Well,
it's fun.
Listen, I'm not going to tell people, but
it's fun. It's a lot of fun. But by the end of the week, we're definitely done talking.
Yeah, we're all working.
We're all ready to be out of here. So
I was getting my hair trimmed this morning by the lovely Carrie over at Charles Scott.
I need to schedule with her.
Salon and Spas in Crocker Park. And I'm growing my hair out, but last night I was just in the midst of my irritation. I was like, screw it, I'm cutting it off again. But then cooler heads prevailed, if you'll pardon the pun. And this morning I was like, you know what, I'll cut it in a while, but right now I'm not ready to pull the trigger. So I said, just clean it up a little bit.
Oh, no,
So-
I'm aggravated.
Why?
You know how I feel about talking about your hair.
Well, it's not about my hair. That's just the context.
Okay.
So I'm talking to Carrie, and she goes, you know what? You inadvertently complimented me. And I said, how? Because we don't, we'll chat and catch up, but there's be long periods where we're not saying anything, right? Neither one of us needs small talk. And she goes, you inadvertently complimented me. I said, how? She said, you guys were talking on the show one day, and Pound Cake said, what? When you're getting your hair cut, you're just quiet? I'm like, yeah. We don't need to talk to each other. Like, if we have to, that's fine. And she was complimented by that I didn't feel compelled to make small talk. And I go, you're like me. I'm the same way. It's like what we've said before. Bill and I,
work.
and we're in the office. I'm like, I talk for a living. So any chance I get, much to my wife's chagrin, any chance I get to not talk, I usually try to take it. Pound Cake's he's a chatty Cathy. But if you were cutting his hair, he'd be talking to you the whole time.
Even Pound Cake, as he gets more into this job, I can see him starting to pull back on that a little bit.
Okay.
Like wanting to
He's
be a little
learning to
bit more
save it.
reserved. Yeah.
Gotta save it.
And he was saying that we do these little in-betweens that we play on the live stream, and he's talking about how he's got his routine too. And now it involves farting in the side studio, but he likes to
wait, that's going to become
kind of center himself before the show.
That's going to become part of your routine?
I mean, till Erica's back.
Is farting before you're going to have a pre-show fart?
No.
If you're going to smoke us all out, it's probably your right as an American. But listen, I will have to file some OSHA claim or something if you're going to do that every day.
No.
It felt like sexual harassment.
If part of your daily routine is going to become releasing the pressure from the inside of your body, I need to know that so I can prepare myself.
Dung 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 da da dung dung.
No.
His bowels are under pressure. Yeah, just let me know. Alan,
I will do that.
Okay. Yesterday was a cosmically pissy kind of day. I don't know. I don't know what that means, but
maybe is Mercury in retrograde one of those things? Is Venus?
I don't know.
Uranus? I don't know.
It's all hokum and flim flam. I don't know what that is. Well, you know what I mean? Like I get the
to some
tides and
people.
all that, but people are like, "Oh, your sign." Shut up. I don't.
Maybe it's
That's
just
a point of contention in my situation.
I think men have man periods. I really do think that. Like men have a cycle once a month where they're pissed off just for no reason at all. And I get those, and I know when it's coming. Like women know when they're getting their period. Besides the fact that they know their cycle.
Well, then
but
I
they
get
can
my
feel-
period about once a week. I mean, I'm usually
No, I'm talking about for a couple days. They're on like a streak.
As a general rule, I exist in a baseline state of irritation. Most things irritate me, but we got to live in the world together, and I want to give people a wide berth. But most things, when I'm backed into a corner, most things irritate me. But I don't know. Alan, you know it was Mark Nolan and Chris Ty who called you. I wish. Those guys are smarter than that. They would never call me and go, first of all, Nolan works here.
Yeah.
You know? No, those guys would never call me and go, oh, we need... No, I'm telling you.
Nolan calls and gets a comment from you about his job.
No, these are people I don't know from local... That was my point. That's why it was aggravating. No, those guys are smarter than that. They're professionals. But anyway, I was, no. Well, yeah, listen, if you got something in retrograde, I don't even know what that is. I thought that was a NASA term.
I think that's Dr. Berglund talked about that. That's when the semen
retrograde
goes back in.
Retrograde ejaculation. Yeah. Is that what you're trying to explain, Pound
That'll
Cake?
make you irritated.
Well, I'm just saying,
guarantee it.
It's a thing because I can feel it coming on because I'll wake up and I'm just like, it's a beautiful day out. I hate it. And I'm just like sitting in my car, that starts the crying and everything like that, and I get really, really depressed. And I'm like, what the hell are you depressed about? And I'm just like, just about life, like it's me talking to me. And then I'll get home, my roommates would be like, well, how was your day? I'm like, it was all right. And I just go up to my room and I lay down and I'm like, why am I depressed? Like, there's people that are far worse than me, like far
we could
worse
all be flattened out under a bridge in Florida right now.
Yeah.
And I fully understand that. I mean, I'm not saying, I'm just saying that everybody, for whatever reason, you'll find yourself irritated by something, and it's hard to kind of dig yourself out of that. And then like the next day, I'll be like, fine.
It's all better now.
Yeah.
I just get up in the morning, I'm like, damn, my nose is big. I got a huge freaking nose. And I just won't let it go all day.
But there's nothing you can do about that.
I know, and it just bothered me all day. I'm like, ugh, I wish I wouldn't have to keep looking at it, but it's always in front of my face. I'm like,
Wait, can you see your nose while you're just living your life?
Yes, I can see the sides of it. It's perky. It's fat. It's a big fat nose.
So, I mean, if I go cross-eyed, I can see mine, but I have to,
out of your normal periphery, you can see the bridge of your nose and your nostrils?
No, I can see the nostrils. I can't see the
Like if you look
bridge.
down or when you're looking straight away?
I feel like the bridge of my nose is like the penis, and then the nostrils are the balls, because it's just like right there. They hang off the side.
Well, so you're like loving your life then. You should be happy that you've got that.
Yeah.
It's a constant reminder of your favorite things in life.
I got a nose like Squidward, and I can't deal with it.
See, I get irritated about things I can change, which is why I get irritated. I don't sweat the stuff that I got no control over. It's just that I like to have control over most things.
Yeah.
So when I don't, that is very irritating to me.
What's one thing that you have control over that you're not controlling right now? Like one factor that had you irritated?
Oh, I don't write enough.
Okay.
As much as I write, I want to write more. I want to write more stuff.
Okay.
But it's like there's only so many hours in the day, you know what I mean? And when I go home, like I want to play with my kid and I want to do that kind of stuff. But in the back of my mind, because I'm old school.
You know what might help you with that?
What's that?
You're not very good at writing, so just don't worry about it. Nobody wants to hear what you have to say.
Thank
so
you.
There you go.
Right.
Does that ease some of the irritation?
No, it doesn't. It makes me more irritated.
But right now,
because now I'm going to prove everybody wrong.
I'll show you.
I'll show you. Yeah. What's that?
But right now, I feel like you probably wouldn't feel like that's something you can control, because if you could do it, why wouldn't you? You're busy with other things. So
listen,
that's out of your control.
I'm a big
now.
believer in time management. It's just that people around you, if you try to be very disciplined with your time, you still have to live with other people who might be a little bit more loosey-goosey, and I understand that. I'm just I try to be extraordinarily disciplined with my time, and it's just hard to do when you're out living in the world, Not everybody's regimented, and
I think most people get angry at the things that they cannot change, because it's the things that are so frustrating, like things that they can't change, an appearance, or things that they were born with. Like I just found out yesterday, I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, and the things I've been fighting with for years that like I finally got an answer to, because I went to a different dermatologist. He told me that I have psoriasis and not eczema, so I'm gonna have to deal with that the rest of my life.
So what's the difference?
Eczema is something that can be kind of controlled a bit, because it's like an allergen. Your skin is allergic to a certain type of pollen or fabric or some type of deodorant or something like that.
But psoriasis is just...
Psoriasis, it's a genetic condition, and you're born with it, and there's nothing they can do about it.
It's always fascinating to me when somebody gets a diagnosis. Like, it's not like psoriasis and eczema are really, really rare conditions, right? It's not like you've had something your whole life.
It's different, though.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, it'd be different if you had something that no one could pinpoint. No, this is what Eric is dealing with, right?
Yeah.
Something that no one could ever figure out, and somebody finally gives you an answer. Your case, Somebody just completely got it wrong. They're like, oh, it's not that, it's this.
Well,
it's like, oh, that your car isn't yellow, it's red.
Well, I couldn't understand it because my doctor has been prescribing me this medicine for years, and that's why we're trying all the different type of pills and stuff that she would give me, stuff to like that would kind of like make it go down but never go away, would kind of like treat it but not, you know, cure it. And I'm like, this makes no sense. So she's like, I'll just give you. She's like, I don't want to prescribe anything more because I don't know if it's eczema or psoriasis. She's like, I'm just gonna refer.
Isn't it her job to know which is which?
She's a doctor.
She's not a dermatologist.
She's not a dermatologist.
Okay.
So
why don't you go to a dermatologist?
I did. Another guy prescribed me something wrong. And that was his.
He's not a very good dermatologist.
Yeah. And so I went to this guy, and he's like, "Oh no, he's
more like a dermatologist." Am I right, Bill?
I thought about the same thing, and I'm like, you know, I'm not going to say that.
You know what? Let me write that down. I'm going to get right on my writing right now.
Yeah, there you go.
Ah.
All right.
People are saying,
how do you
by the way,
spell dermatologist?
I don't know. What you're describing, by the way, earlier, people say it's called menstruation.
Okay, so it's a thing.
Well, that's what they call it. Maybe that person suffers from it too.
I just say man period, but I knew it's a thing. We obviously don't bleed, but we hurt.
When you prick me, do I not bleed? All right. Let me try to give you $1,000 here. Bottom of every hour, around 30 past or so, you get our $1,000 bribe. So good luck.
Your shot at $1,000. Now, text the keyword money to 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info. Standard data and message rates apply. That's money to 200-200. Good luck from WMMS.
Alan, anybody on the road driving makes me furious. I hate everybody when they're behind a wheel. See, I'm not a road rager. To me, when you're driving, it's like a video game, kind of. Just see where everybody is and then navigate it.
And then try and hit him with a shell.
That's right.
You hit him with the blue shell.
If I can run over the mushroom that I want, then I can get super speed or I can flip or whatever. I get irritated by hearing how you get irritated. Alan, this whole conversation is irritating. Trust me, I feel you. I know. I'm just giving you a peek into my brain. I'm just explaining myself to you.
I get irritated when things that I have get moved. Like, I'm a pretty
physical
messy guy.
Things?
Yeah, like things.
Okay.
Like
not appointments.
But yeah, not appointments.
Okay.
I'd try to cancel all those anyway.
Bill, you're late
better
for
than
our
canceling
appointment.
plans or appointments, anything like that.
Last minute.
But you know, I leave stuff out. Like our office is, your side is in order and mine's a little more scattered. It's better since I cleaned it a few months ago, but just leaving stuff like around my apartment.
Since you cleaned it,
girlfriend.
Since your roommate cleaned it, yeah.
For now.
You what?
Yeah. What?
You were talking about your office.
Yeah, my office. But even at home, she'll move stuff around.
Right.
And just put it somewhere, and then she won't be home. And I'm like, where'd you put my stuff? Just leave it where it is or approximately where it was. Stop putting it in like a different drawer. I don't like drawers. I don't like putting things away. I like leaving them out so I know where they're at.
Unfortunately, I'm her.
I know.
And
but
Gwen
you don't
is
touch
you.
my stuff.
No, I know. But so. I'm always like picking things up.
Mm-hmm.
And so Gwen will be like, where is that thing? I put it there for a reason. I go, okay, I think it's up, because then I'll forget.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's up there. She's like, just leave it there. Don't pick up after me. Okay, cool. I was just, but that is me. I'm always picking something up. Hey, Tim.
Hey.
What's up?
I wanted to talk about psoriasis. I've been dealing with it for probably 20-some years.
Oh, good for you.
What it is it appears most of the times in your 20s or so.
In your 20s?
And it's your immune system is overactive, and it's attacking itself and making thinks your skin needs to heal. And it makes spots on your skin regrow themselves instead of taking 2 to 3 weeks. It does it in 2 or 3 days, so you get a real.
Where are the twatties? So then it just builds up rather than like regenerate, or it regenerates too much, or what?
Yeah,
just in
way
like
too
splotches,
fast.
right?
And if you've got it on your left side somewhere, like I've got it on my knee, it'll be on my right knee and my left knee, my right elbow, my left elbow.
But I can't get it from shaking your hand or something.
No, you cannot.
Gotcha.
So
now,
I just wanted to clear that up, what that was.
How do you manage it? Like, is there anything you can do to reduce it, or just kind of help?
You can treat it, but you can't cure it.
Right.
It's a genetic condition.
I've been on topical creams since like 20-some years now. But I just went on medication that called Cosenics that Cindy Lauper advertised.
Pardon me? Cosetti wop wop? What? You're on what?
I'm on a medication.
What's it called? All I heard was Cosetti wop wop. I didn't.
Oh,
bamboo.
A knick-knack paddywhack really helped my bone.
I started there, but it's Cosenics. It's an injectable, and it treats your whole body and lowers your immune system.
Right.
But it works great for me.
All right. Thank you, Tim. There's Tim. Hey, Kim.
Hi.
Hello.
I hope Jim calls next.
Kim, Jim, and Tim. Hello, everybody. Schenectady, New York. You're on there.
Going on?
Hello, Kim.
Hi. Sorry. First-time caller. Hate the show.
Oh, great.
Just
Thank you.
To compliment why you've been so pissy. I'm pretty much in the same boat lately.
Compliment me for being pissy? I mean, I'm not today. I was last night.
Oh, you're still not today?
Apparently, it's hard to tell, but I understand that. All right, so lay it on me. What do you got?
Oh, I definitely say it's the weather. It looks like it's supposed to be beautiful outside, and then you step outside, and that cold air just hits you in the face, and you just get mad.
I was taught, well, yeah, but you know what? Except for a few years in California, I've lived in the Midwest most of my life, so you get used to it. But I was talking about to somebody this morning, and it was like, even if you're in it all the time, winter in the Midwest is tough.
Yeah, seasonal depression.
It just
is a thing,
never,
man.
It just hurts you. It's like, why am I living where the wind hurts my face? Why?
Yeah. And then it just aggravates pound cake psoriasis, which he just found out he has.
I kind of already knew.
Okay, thank you, Kim. I appreciate it, sweetheart. Don't let that wind hit you in the face. Hashtag me too, all right? You call the wind police, and you have them, you shouldn't have to deal with that, either by a human or by Mother Nature's elements. Dr. Berglund going to join us in here later on for Is It Red? If you've got an early question for him, something weird going on down there, guys. He's a urologist from the Cleveland Clinic who joins us occasionally to answer your questions, no matter how odd they might be. So if you want to get an early one in, you can always email me at alancockshow.com. We'll take your texts and calls later on. I'll have Warped Tour tickets for you in a bit as well. That's going down this summer out at Blossom. The final go-round for that tour, too. They're calling it quits after a quarter century. 35192 if you want to text the live stream at our YouTube channel at alancockshow.com.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app.
It's the Sarshone Chevy Showcase with Ryan and Randall.
Welcome back to Sidon in the DMs. We got so much things going on. We got St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. We'll be having a good time there, getting some drinks and just random shenanigans. We played a new song yesterday on the show. We're going to be filming all sorts of stuff on that to make a video for that song. And I think you guys will enjoy that. And here's what I want tomorrow. I want to see some boobs.
Boobs? Okay.
I rarely see boobs when we go out to these events. And I feel like I need to see some boobs.
Well, I was thinking just the opposite. I would like to see some dongs, or at least some nice male butt. Who sees male butt anymore? No one really sees male butt.
Well, it is St. Patrick's Day, so if there's anyone that's rocking the kilt, the traditional style without underwear underneath, maybe you'll get your wish.
You know what? I was thinking the same thing about boobs and male butt. I was thinking about doing the Marilyn Monroe because I'll have the kilt on, but I can't go the old-fashioned way because I want to stand over like one of those vents on the outside or those air ducts and do the Marilyn Monroe and just have my kilt go up and have somebody take a picture of me like that.
All right, you'll find someone because I'm not doing that.
You wouldn't take a picture of me like that?
Well, you know what? I would because I could put it in the music video that we're making, and that would be hilarious. So, yeah, we could probably find that.
I'll have compression shorts on, so you might get a little bulge action, but you ain't gonna get everything.
So, doing St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. I'm hyped right now because the new Infinity War trailer dropped today. That's a Marvel movie, Avengers. Did you see that at all? Have you seen any of them? None of them? I'm so excited about this. It's going to be such an epic movie. And I don't even like to use the word epic, but this movie is all of these different characters that they've been building up over the last 10 years finally coming together to stop Thanos. Do you know who Thanos is? Wake up, hey, wake up. I'm talking about things that I care about. I listen to shit you talk about that you care about.
Sorry, I just zoned out. Why?
Yeah. Anyway, Have you seen any Marvel movie at all?
I don't know necessarily which one's a Marvel movie.
Have you seen Iron Man?
No.
See, you would love Iron Man. It's Robert Downey Jr. You gotta like him.
I've seen pieces of that movie.
That's a great one. Thor. The new Thor is great.
I've seen Thor with the Hemsworth brother.
Yeah. So you saw that one?
Yeah.
Have you seen The Avengers?
No.
Oh, I don't even know. This is... What do you do with your life? You just watch Sister Act again and again?
First of all, that is a classic.
I've never seen that.
You haven't seen it?
I haven't seen one or two.
I just feel like, what is the allure of going to a movie where you know it is in a comic book? You know how it's going to end, and they change it, but they don't reinvent it. It's this. They made how many Spider-Mans did they have? 3. They had 3 Spider-Mans.
Yes, and
why?
Because Spider-Man's great, and what they did with that character in the first iteration, the second iteration, and this new iteration is all very, very different. And that's the thing too. These comic books have been around forever, so you know what's going to happen, sort of, but you don't know exactly how it's going to unfold. And then there's also moments that you're not expecting, and there is drama in it.
I give people credit for having their thing because I have my thing.
In Sister Act 2, let me guess. She goes to that school, and they have to raise money, and they are able to sing songs and raise money. Is that what happens?
That's exactly what happens.
So you know what's going to happen in most movies. Most movies have a happy ending.
It's just not my thing. The last franchise I latched onto that I really enjoyed, and I didn't even get through all of it because that's how like cut off I was Harry Potter. Harry Potter.
You didn't even finish Harry Potter.
I watched the first and second one. I think part of the third one. I fell asleep, and then I never went back for the rest of the installments.
There's like 5 more
because they're so long, and every single one of those Marvel movies are so long. I mean,
they're good.
Like I'll
break them up into a TV show and watch them in bits.
I can't.
Watch them in
but I'm saying,
clips.
if I'm gonna go into the theater and camp outside and do all the stuff that they're doing, I want to enjoy the popcorn. I want to eat the nachos. I'm gonna have to poop within 2 hours. I can't sit in a movie theater for 2.5 hours.
Well,
so I'm gonna miss it.
I love it. I already got. The trailer came out this morning. First thing I did when I woke up, because I knew it was coming out, was watch it and buy my tickets.
Well, I envy that, because I don't have really anything that I'm that passionate about. I can afford a movie ticket. That's fine. I can do a movie ticket. It's just have to be something that I'm passionate about. I wish there was a franchise that I really, really latched on with. And
I think if you were to actually watch these movies and give them a fair shot, you would really appreciate what's going on. Because, one, they are full of hot dudes, which you're gonna love that part, and then the stories are good, and the way they all tie together makes it fun. They have a little bit of humor in there. They're good movies.
Okay.
And you get to it's escapism. You get to pretend like you're away from all your problems, and that's what all you're ever trying to do is get away from your problems.
I do that by napping, though. I think that's a sign. Isn't that a sign of depression?
Yeah. That's like the number one sign of depression.
I eat, drink, and nap. They're like, oh, you can sleep for 16 hours? Like, I can.
Yeah, what's your superpower? I can nap.
Extreme napper.
All right, thanks, guys, for watching. Enjoy the rest of the show.
So you'll be assembling components that literally improve people's lives. CNC machine operator techs, you were working on all new CNC equipment. This is a company they have built brand new from the ground up. The shop's bright, it's air-conditioned, great benefits available, medical, dental, 401k, the works. Company's growing fast, and they're looking for dedicated, reliable people just like you. IntegratedMedicalSolutions.net for more information.
McDonald's new buttermilk crispy tenders are so crispy, juicy, and delicious they could pass for my own. So I will. Pass them for my own, I mean. I shouldn't be making chicken at my age, and I got things I'd rather be doing. Marianne! Do you hear that? The hot tub is calling my name.
Introducing McDonald's Buttermilk Crispy Tenders, made with all-white meat chicken and no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. They're not grandma's, but she's okay with that. At participating McDonald's.
The time is now. Get ready for the Incarceration 2018 Music and Tattoo Festival, July 13th, 14th, and 15th. The Ohio State Reformatory, Shawshank Prison, Mansfield, Ohio. Starring Rise Against. A Day to Remember. Bush. Black Label Society. Clutch. And Our Lady Peace. Suicidal Tendencies, Hate Breed, Fuel, Seven Dust, Of Mice and Men, At Elitist Way, Living Color, and many others. 2 stages, 70 tattoo artists, sideshows, camping, vendors, and more. Single day and weekend tickets available now at frontgatetickets.com and incarceration.com. Lock up your summer concert plans today for the Incarceration Festival.
It's the final leg of the season.
It's time for me to turn it on. LeBron.
Oh, right past it. Hammer coming.
Hear the sprint to the playoffs.
Here we go.
Cavs basketball.
When I start to hit the switch.
On WTAM 1100 and 100.7 WMMS.
Take me outside. How about that?
That cash me outside girl probably makes more money than you.
Don't need your little petty ass money. Here you go.
And now more crap you don't want to hear.
Y'all don't know shit.
It's the Alan Cox Show.
On 100.7 WMMS.
I like that Cash Me Outside kid.
Bad Baby?
Bahad Bahabi?
Bahad Bahabi.
Yeah. She's off probation, by the way, officially.
Hey, good job.
Danielle Bergoli. She's 15. She looks 35.
She's going on tour.
That is going to work against her, boy. She got 10 million followers on Instagram, so
she's doing all right with
yeah,
her.
she's catchy as nuts, boy. She must have fell in with the right people but she is off her probation early. She completed 100 hours of community service that included Hurricane Harvey relief in Houston. So a lot of people were cashing her outside while she was cleaning up debris.
Did I ever tell you that a listener invited me to go to the Bad Baby concert in Detroit?
This was you sent us this
the Bahad
I
Bahabi.
sent you and Erica
the
screenshot. I didn't send Alan it.
A listener said, "What
This
is
is-
me out for?"
I don't know. I just figured you wouldn't care.
So then you bring it up on the radio show?
He just brought
Alan,
it up.
did I ever tell you about something that you probably don't care about? A listener in Detroit said, "Hey, come to the Bahad Bahabi show with me."
Oh no! I think he's traveling to go see it. And
From here, yeah.
And he was like, "It's on a Wednesday." I think it was a Wednesday night, and he was saying, he was like, "Yeah, you might have to miss the show." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't think Alan's gonna go for me missing a show to go to the Bad Baby concert. I don't think that's gonna work." But thank you very much for thinking of me. It was sweet.
Let's go do a show in Detroit at the Bad Baby concert.
Yeah, if you want to do that show, be my guest.
What was the other?
It's May 16th in Detroit, by the way. It's at a place called Shelter, which, be careful if you go. I think Shelter is, if you've ever been to St. Andrew's Hall, it's below that. But they used Shelter at 8 Mile.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah. So Bahad,
Is she gonna do a freestyle against Papa Doc, a rap battle?
Yeah, I don't know.
You guys don't know that movie that well?
8 Mile?
Yeah.
I've actually never seen it.
I've seen the movie.
I've never seen it.
Well, then you should have
enjoyed
my reference a little bit more.
I know things about it, but I've never actually watched the whole thing. But I liked it. Bahand in the USA. Yeah, so she's doing a tour. I mean, she's doing little rooms, but good for her. With special guest Asian Doll. I don't know who that is either, but apparently not coming to Cleveland.
that's a
I like
shame.
she's doing European dates.
Oh, really?
She's doing Paris, London, Amsterdam.
Wow.
Grafenhagen, Germany. Yeah.
She is the modern pop star.
I mean, she has enough money to where she took care of her mom's mortgage. So
Good
I mean,
for her.
She sold a ton of those T-shirts. She's got lots of endorsements now. She's it's kind of like when you look back on the original interview when she was talking all that crap to Dr. Phil, she was kind of right. She is not a regular person. She's able to make people engage with her.
Do we have to pay her for using the "Cash Me Outside" phrase? Did she trademark that?
No, it's public domain.
Okay. I just know we have it coming back. It's a rejoin, so I was like, ooh.
Real Bahad Behabi on Instagram.
These house. Shame on these house.
Yeah, because she spells them with
I know,
H's.
I
Yeah,
know.
Bahad, for people who can't see it, but Bahad Behabi. So she's way big. I mean, on Twitter, she's got 420,000 followers. On Instagram, it's 12.5 million.
That's a lot.
Because that's where everybody's at now.
Right.
Instagram. Kids aren't on anything like that. They're not on Facebook and they're not on Twitter.
Hey,
it's
listen.
all Instagram and Snapchat.
I'm trying
and
to
YouTube.
do more stories. So I don't know what to
I
tell
know. I've
you.
appreciated it.
I deleted
You're cleaning up. You're boiling something. I saw that.
I was boiling something the other night, and then last night I pulled a can out of the refrigerator, and it had some spooge on it, and so I put that up on my story.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Thinking that people...
that was gross.
Yeah.
Did you ever figure out what it actually was? Or did one just get away from you?
One just got away from me.
All the way up into the cabinet?
Yeah, I had no idea what was going on there. But yeah, it's I don't know, whatever. I'm not going to get to any Bahad Behabi level. I'm not going to get to
you don't know that.
12.5 million people.
You never know what could happen.
No, I don't. But Alan, you blew Bill. I think Bill was trying to tell you something. Somebody texted me, and you blew past it about your roommate.
Yeah.
Did I blow past something?
You did kind of blow past it.
What happened?
We are on the outs.
You and your current roommate?
Yeah.
Well, not so current anymore.
Yeah. Now it's current. I mean, we're still living together, but we're...
What do you mean on the outs?
We broke up.
That's more than on the
yeah,
outs.
we broke up. I
You
mean,
just moved in with her.
No. I'm not thrilled about this.
It's
So,
another Bill Squire production.
All your aggravation, all your annoyance at nothing.
That's not even the current one.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've... And it's, again, it's one of those things where we did the living together thing, and it's just not working out. And there's not really, like, one specific thing other than she has certain things that she wants to do, and I have things that I want to do, and they're just not matching up. And we tried to kind of adjust these things in the past and kind of backburnered them, and it just came to a head this week, and that's
You
that.
just moved in together.
I know, dude. I know. I'm not happy
Wow.
about it.
All right, so now you got to find a place to live.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably go crash with my parents for a bit and then just stack some cash and then buy something.
Hey, we have an air mattress at my place. If you ever need a place to crash.
That ain't sweetening the deal, Pumpkin.
Yeah, I'm all right with this because if I go, my parents have a nice house. I'll stay there for a month.
So you
save up a bunch of money and then
you just moved from Lakewood to Parma.
Then I'm going to end up in Medina. And
How
then,
long were you in Parma? How long did the two of you live together?
I mean, we lived together for. I mean, I was living there since basically November. Like, we didn't officially move in, but I was staying there every night since, like, October, November.
That's like 4 months.
Yeah.
So in the span of 4 months, when did you officially move in?
Officially, I would say December.
So in the span of 3 months, the two of you were like, this ain't good. This ain't working
And that's
out.
the thing, is, like, we still
Is living
like each other.
together too hard?
No, it's not the living together. It's just directions that we want to go with our lives. And it's just beliefs and some of those core things.
But you guys were together for a while.
I know. That's why
before you moved in.
Yeah.
So these were conversations that hadn't been had before?
No, we had the conversations, but it's...
When you're living
there
together,
was a
you're on
result.
top of each other.
You're
I
on top
see.
of each other, and then, like, there was just, like, kind of a wedge that became... And we, for the last month and a half, we were more like roommates than we were lovers.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's always on your Instagram story, and
Yeah, I mean,
you're
we
always like,
don't hate each other. We just it's just not, we're not right for each other, and it took us to get to that point. You know, we tried to adjust these things. We tried to together, but it's not working.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a bummer.
I'm very, very, just super sad.
You guys were together for a while.
Yeah, over a year.
So you guys aren't just having like any casual sex, like since you're there, like, hey, I need to get off, you need to get off.
Well,
like a breakout, like a severance pop.
I mean, we'll work out the details of the. There's usually that.
She
one or
made him
two.
sign a non-disclosure agreement, Pound Cake, so he can't discuss the details of that. But wow, so you got to move out.
Yeah.
Is she kicking you out, or you're just like, I gotta go?
No, I feel like I don't want to be there.
Threw his crap in a bindle and threw it over his shoulder, and
I haven't moved out yet. We have a spare room, so I've just been sleeping in there. And we still get along. We still like each other. It's just when it comes down to it, we know what we're both about, and there's some genuine, like, fundamental differences that we have that we're not going to be able to resolve.
About what?
Mostly beliefs. She's going deeper and deeper into her spirituality, and that's not who I am.
Oh, and you've already gone through all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so it's a serious point of contention where that's where she wants to, like, she wants that to be her life's work, because she's been going to therapy and it's really helped her, and she does all these, like, new agey kind of things, and she knows that's not me.
What she want to do? Be a palm reader? Or what?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly.
Right.
Because she doesn't even want to talk to me about it, because I make her feel so bad when she tells me about it.
Why? What do you say? Do you give her a hard time?
I don't. I try not to.
So instead of, like, staying quiet about it and just going, all right, well, listen,
Well, that's what I try to do, but also
she was trying to bring you along for the journey.
a little
Is that
bit,
what-
and that's
okay.
what I can't do.
She was trying to convince you rather than just saying, this is what I'm going to do. Right.
Because it's that important to her. So she wants someone that's open-minded to all that stuff, and that is not me at all.
Right. She needs some hippie dude.
Yeah, that's what I told her, that her next dude's gonna he's gonna wear sandals all year long.
Right, he's gonna smell like patchouli.
He's gonna have a ponytail.
I gotcha.
He's going to wear ponchos.
He's gonna be like Leaf on Crashing.
Exactly. That's exactly who I picture.
Well, you know what that means, ladies? It means that Bill Squire's back on the market.
I don't want to be on the market. I just want to
No.
be. Yeah, I'm not ready to get out there and do anything like that. But
All
I'm
right.
just we're. I haven't even, like, made it official on Facebook or anything. Like, I don't want to.
Oh, well, then it's still out there on the ether.
Exactly.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
Facebook official.
Yeah, it's Facebook still.
All right, well, you might not want to make it back on the market, but just to prepare, ladies, all right? Because it'll take some ramping up, right? There'll be some healing that'll need to happen, and that'll be on you.
I like the people that are doing all the math. They're like, oh, that's why Bill was talking about drinking so much tomorrow. Exactly.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. I mean,
okay. Well, it's St. Pat's.
It's St. Pat's.
I
and
didn't read
also,
anything into it.
Yeah. This is a breakup time of year for me, too.
For a lot of people.
Yeah.
We get a lot of people break up around Valentine's Day.
When I moved out from my ex-wife, like, it was around St. Patrick's Day. It wasn't St. Patrick's Day, but, like, that was when it was, like, we split up around then.
Right.
Yeah.
So she's not coming down to the thing tomorrow then?
No, she's got to work anyway.
All right. Well, Pound Cake, your thoughts?
I'm sad.
You're sad?
Yeah, I'm sad.
Oh, all right.
Well, because I like both of them, and I like both of them together. Both of them are a good time separately, but...
Wilhelmina just showed up on the
She wasted no time.
So you didn't, she didn't call it quits because of the impending perm.
No,
she didn't say, I can't do it,
that's
there's a
not the perm,
coming.
no.
I cannot do it.
It's not anything like that. It's just she and I respect it, and that's the thing, is we both respect each other enough to say and be honest about it, instead of trying to make something work where we're going to be going in very, very different directions.
Yeah, you can't be trying to hammer shoes on other people's feet.
Exactly.
So it wasn't the cats.
Not the cats.
Not the perm.
Not the perm.
Okay.
Not any other
just
person.
A difference of
just
direction.
Very, very different beliefs and philosophy.
Okay. Didn't Erica have money on this? You better let her know. Didn't she have money on... She had you in a death pool of a relationship death pool.
I don't think she did. Not with because Erica really likes Coco.
Right.
Like they're friends.
Well, it wasn't about her not liking her.
No, but I mean, like, she thought this was the one.
She was using past performance as a predictor of future results.
Yeah, well, I gave it my best shot.
All right. Well, listen, Bill's going to be out there, ladies, freshly permed, and
you'll be single with a perm.
You'll
gain a bunch of relationship weight.
You will be. Well, you can lose all that weight again.
I know. I'm going to have to.
Slim, permed Bill. You're going to be out there. You're
Slim and permed.
Slim and permed. You're going to be getting it. All right. Well, listen.
Dipping it and zooing it.
Would you like to come back to my parents' house? I'm crashing there momentarily. I can pull out the couch for us.
We have the futon in the garage, Bill. Don't forget.
That's all right. I'll just crash with my parents for a little bit, save some money, get a down payment, and get a
So
place
you won't
of
be
my own.
you won't be able to have home field advantage for a while, but that's fine.
Again, I need a little break. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
And especially with everything, I have enough going on in my life right now that this isn't like when I was getting out of my marriage where I wanted to get out there and put up some numbers and do some stuff.
Right.
I'm not that guy right now. Right now I want to do more of like lose myself in my work kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which, you can relate to.
I can. Of course I can. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
Nothing at all.
All right. Well, there you go.
Well, at least you had a relationship.
Oh,
Bill's going to be on the elliptical with the curls popping and flowing.
Right. Yeah, well,
It
whatever.
happened, man. It's a bummer, but what are you gonna do?
Pound Cake's already trying to make it about him.
Nope, not about me.
At least you have a relationship.
Is it be grateful for the
At
time that
least you
had?
have a relationship.
I am grateful
but
for
he
it.
does it now.
What?
He doesn't now.
It's better to have loved and lost than to have never have loved at all.
Oh, please. That's what you're saying? That's what you're going, it's better to have loved and lost. Is it? How do you know? You've never been in love. You have no point of reference.
Rub it in, Alan, damn it!
By your own admission.
I like
How
that.
do you know? You have no point of reference. That phrase is by someone who has loved and lost. You've never done that.
Well, I was referencing him.
Uh-huh.
Oh, please. Instead of making
Right.
it about myself.
Oh, please. Uh-huh. Bill's pouring his heart out, and you go,
At least you had a relationship. Yeah, at least you had one. And you enjoyed the time you had together.
Right, like the Carol Burnett theme song. I got you.
I like how people speculate on things like a guy with a big ego. Yeah, big ego. Big ego Bill Squire over here.
Who, you?
Yeah. Controller. Super controlling. Always controlling.
Listen,
Not to mention your own
and
meth
a
habit.
temper. You know me.
Right, Bill, but he's constantly throwing things around the office, and yeah.
I was worried about him for a long time. I
Temper?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
And the meth.
And people were like,
The meth.
I'm just reading the stuff on
In the
my,
chat
My
room?
parents are, they're very open. I lived with my parents before. Like they're fine with it.
Yeah. Well, you're an adult.
Yeah, they're not going to be like no smoking or drinking or anything in this house. Like they're
Of course.
they know what
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. And I don't think ego is a reason that people would split up.
No.
I'm trying to think of a
If
situation
anything, I
in which
lack ego.
I'm trying to think of a situation in
That's
which
how
ego
humble I
would
am.
drive a wedge. Bill's very, very humble.
I'm the most humblest.
The most humblest, right?
And my oh man, I'm trying to remember.
Pound
the most
Cake's
humblest is one of the songs from what's the crap? Popstar.
Oh, Connor for real.
Yeah.
Pound Cake's the funniest. Eric is the most compassionate. And you're the most humblest.
Most humblest. Yeah. And most smartest.
Most smartest, most humblest, all of it. All right. Hey, let people speculate, right?
Yeah, that's what that's what we do. We put
Sure.
ourselves out there so people can decide for
we're-
themselves.
Think we're
Yeah.
lying, right?
Yeah.
We tell you what happened, and then you tell us what you think happened. Like, no, we just told you what happened. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? It's like Rush Hour. Yeah. All right, well, listen. Ladies who are in the chat room on the live stream, just take note. Make yourself a little mental notation of this day. Friday, March the 16th, St. Patty's Day Eve, right? You could be locked in for Valentine's Day 2019, right? No shame in looking ahead. You could be locked in. There's going to be some work to do on young Bill Squire.
Not that young anymore.
Every chick wants to fix somebody, right? They want to fix her upper.
That's another thing. Don't try and fix me.
Can't tell them not to.
No fixing. Accept me as I am.
There's a thing.
I don't want to be changed. I know who I am.
You can't tame this stallion.
I'm pretty tame already.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm very tame.
With that temper and that ego, you're so you're really tame.
I told you I'm tame.
All right, good. God, please don't throw anything at me. I'm sorry. All right. Well,
I'm about to start controlling you over there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, okay, that sucks because you listen, the cohabitation thing when you gotta take your stuff and it's what you know.
I've lived a life where I don't have a lot of stuff anyway, so I think I'm gonna. I mean, there's not much for me to move.
Yeah.
So that's really not that big of a deal.
You don't have to call the U-Haul or anything?
No. I'll have
that's good.
Buddy with a truck, and we'll get it all out of there.
All right.
Let's go from there.
Well, okay. That's a bummer. But hey, bigger and better, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to have, hey, our St. Patty's Day song for you. If you missed it yesterday, I'll play it for you coming back. I'll also have those Warped Tour tickets. The final go-round for the Warped Tour is going to happen this summer out at Blossom. July the 18th, and LiveNation.com's got the info on the show, but if you want to go, we'll hook that up coming back. 35192 if you want to text in the break.
It's the Alan Cox Show on 100.7
Right, so we talked a little bit about
WMMS.
depression in the last segment. Are you, when you're going through something that makes you sad, are you I'm not going to eat at all, or I'm going to eat my feelings?
I'm going to eat my emotions. I'm definitely a eat my emotions person because I never understood the philosophy of comfort food. I never understood that theory. I'm like, now I understand. Because food, you can understand it. You know, it tastes good. It makes you feel like home. It brings back memories.
Yeah.
And you can literally sit. Like, I've learned.
And that's why you can eat food that other people will be like, oh, that's disgusting. But it takes you back to a time of comfort.
I have a cycle now. Like, when I get home, I will literally have my food in front of me. I have the bag of Chipotle or whatever fast food I'm eating that day if I'm home alone. And I will not take a bite of it until I find something to watch on TV.
That's discipline right there.
But like I will watch something. I'm just like, no, that's not good enough. I want to eat my Chipotle and enjoy what I'm watching.
No, I'm totally there with you.
It's weird, isn't that weird?
Here's the thing though, is like I'll do that, and then I'm through my food in like 6 minutes, and I'm like, this movie still got 2 hours left.
Like I have nothing else. Like I cannot take a bite until I find something good. It has to be something good and enriching for me to eat my food. And so it's so dumb, but I never understood that concept until now. But luckily, everyone keeps saying that this isn't wood, but whatever.
No, that is wood.
I'm not overweight yet, but the only reason why I'm not overweight is because I've been lucky in that department.
Yeah, I wish I had that metabolism.
Everybody else in my family is big. Everybody else or was big.
Yeah, that metabolism, boy. My weight has gone up and down, and now it's just up. All the way up.
I'm just going to enjoy it while it lasts. I mean, what am I supposed to do? I mean, I know exercising, but I'm tired now and I work 2 jobs. When I get home, I don't want to do a thing. You always talk about me ordering Uber Eats. Like that because I don't want to move. I get home and I do this.
You just plan it on the way home. Know what you want to eat. Pick it up on your way home.
I do.
Well then,
sometimes I do.
Then.
But other times I don't. I'm like, how many times am I gonna have Chipotle during the week? I want something different. So I look at my options on Uber Eats.
Where you're living is surrounded by places that you can go and pick up on your way home.
I've hit them all already.
Yeah.
I want something different.
So I don't. You're just. I just know that you struggle financially, so that's one thing.
But doesn't everyone though?
Yeah, but that's why when you're paying already a lot for a meal, because none of the stuff that you get through Uber Eats is that cheap. They have minimum orders. You have to spend a certain amount of money. Then you add that $5 or whatever onto it. That's just sucking your money right out of your pocket. I mean, if you go through and look and see how much you paid in fees to get mediocre food, you'd probably start crying. You'd probably have to get on Uber Eats and order a meal to feel better.
That is true.
Yeah.
So. I read my transaction paper when they sent me in the mail because my bank sent me that in the mail. You
gotta go paperless.
It's depressing. Yeah. Oh well, they send it. I don't ask for it. They just do it.
No, I can go on your app and.
I do. I do that too. I have that option.
No, but I mean, like, set it up so that they don't send you a statement anymore.
Yeah, I guess
it's 2018. You don't need a paper statement.
Yeah. Well, I know that now.
Oh, let me see your statement. Do you have it with you?
No, I don't have it with me.
I need a good laugh.
I just need to carry it around. No, but it's literally just the same repeating transaction.
Grubhub or Uber Eats, Uber Eats, Uber Eats, Uber Eats.
Venmo, Uber, like, and then the rare occasion it's just like Chick-fil-A. And I'm like, oh, that's the day I went to like Erica's house because she lived by a Chick-fil-A. So I know I'm like, oh, I got that on the way home from her house.
That might be what I do after work tonight is get some Chick-fil-A and take it easy. Get to bed nice and early because we gotta get up early for the run. Ooh, I don't like getting up early.
I need to meditate. What time are you getting up tomorrow?
I don't know. I'm gonna try and be there by like. I'll probably get up around like 7:45 and be there by 8:30.
Don't we have to be there? What time is the run?
9 or something.
I thought it was at 8.
Was it 8? No, maybe I'll get there earlier. I'll find out. We got our bibs and stuff. Did you see them?
No.
Okay. Well, in the next segment, we'll show you the bibs and the little coins that we got. Thanks for watching. Sign in the DMs.
Subsys and opioid mouth spray may cause death or addiction. Call 1-800-ELCOPIO. Slow traffic 271 South, Chagrin to Broadway Forbes. Also on the inbound East Shoreway, East 55th to Dead Man's Curve. That continues onto the Interbelt South to Carnegie Avenue. If you spot anything else, call the Dunkin' Donuts traffic tip line 216-986-8888. I'm Olivia Musica in the Traffic Center.
This report is brought to you by Deacons Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
It's Ram Truck Month at Deacons Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Drive a new 2018 Ram Bighorn 4x4 for just $219 a month. 24-month lease with $19.95 down plus taxes and fees. Shop online at deaconschrysler.com. You've got to make it to Mayfield. See dealer for details.
All right, it's the final go-round. I think the 25th year for the Vans Warped Tour. It's going to get to Cleveland on Wednesday, July the 18th. They will do Blossom. It's part of the Northern Ohio Honda Dealers Concert Series. There's going to be some bands you have known and loved for a long time, and some new ones, too, kind of the hallmark of the Warped Tour. Real Big Fish, Bowling for Soup, Less Than Jake, Simple Plan, We the Kings, Motionless in White, Issues, Knuckle Puck, 303. And that's just scratching the surface. LiveNation.com if you want the info on the show. A couple of tickets here for you. The last one's this week. Good luck. Caller 16. Those are yours. For the Warped Tour, 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Next to this crew, reality TV stars look like geniuses.
I don't get no RSPECT around this joint.
The Alan Cox Show.
On 100.7 WMMS.
Drink till the Jameson comes up 6 a.m. Who's ready to gift up and get saucy? I feel like a leprechaun guy, got babies in my coffee. It started off like this. I took a walked into work with a fifth in my fist. Looked at the staff, I said you could kiss. Pointed at my ass, now I'm looking Irish. Hey, almost wasted, liquor I'm tasting. WMMS, my station. Alan Cox Show, about to take over the nation. Catch the game and vibrations. We came for the kegs, we came for the eggs. We came to get drunk before lunch. Everybody get drunk. Drunk, drunk. Everybody get drunk, drunk. It's time to get drunk, drunk. All day I've been drunk, drunk. Yeah, I gotta get drunk, 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 drunk. Everybody get drunk, 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 drunk. Later on in the evening, heading out to Cleveland. St. Patty is the reason. Every city cop got me on lock. Cause I'm scheming, my whole team winning like the Browns preseason. Done? We ain't even close. Got about another hour till the pub's closed. And I don't even know what happened to my clothes. Looking like a blackout panther for show. Everything green is CLE. This is how we do it on SPD, yeah. When it was over with, I threw up in the back of a lift on West 6. We came to get drunk, we came to get drunk. So look out, 'cause we don't give a Alan Cox got you drunk, drunk. Bill Squire got you drunk, drunk. Erica Lauren got you drunk, drunk. Pound cake will make you drunk, drunk. Yeah, I gotta get drunk, 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 drunk. Everybody get drunk, 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 drunk. Hey.
That's a good song, boy.
I'm really impressed with what Campy did.
Campy and Jesse.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, guys. Tomorrow, the St. Patty's Day 5K and kilt run. We're going to be down there with some of the RMG crew. Pound Cake's going to have a kilt on.
Am I the only one that's having one?
No, we all
No, we
will,
all
but
will.
people won't care to see me in a kilt. They'll want to see Pound Cake in a kilt.
Pound Cake's excited about his kilt.
Yeah, as he should be, frankly.
He's very excited about showing off what's going on under the kilt.
His gams?
Yeah,
His
well, he
running
wants to show off
sticks?
his compression shorts.
Oh yeah, my legs are not anything to see. My legs are little twigs, but I think the compression shorts really accentuate my ass and shows off my bulge. And I want to do a Marilyn Monroe.
You're going to wear like compression shorts.
Not
You're not wearing running pants. You're wearing like biking shorts? Or
Yep.
you're wearing compression pants?
Compression pants, not compression
Okay.
shorts.
All right.
Still, I'm like, wow, I understand. I was like, Jesus, I look like one of those, athletic guys. I'm just like in the mirror.
You know, one of those athletic guys.
runners.
If only they had a word for that.
For athletic
Well, I'm just
guys.
saying, it could be-
You mean
Athlete, maybe?
athletes?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, athletes. Because I was just like, wow. I was like, I look like one of those hot guys that just left the gym and they're just like jogging. I'm like,
Well, good.
yeah,
Then maybe
makes
you'll
my
get
ass
into
look-
the run then. It's better to look good than to feel good, right?
But I do look good in them, just the way I am.
Okay. But you were nervous about looking like you were moving weird or running or,
Well, it was more so.
Yeah,
we were
too.
trying to get you on board with the whole thing, so that's good.
I'm still going.
If you think you look good, you'll be more confident, is what I'm saying.
I'm going to be on my man period tomorrow.
By the way,
you know that now?
Yeah.
You can still get $10 off your registration for any of the events tomorrow if you want to do the 5K only, the kilt run only, or both. WMMS 10 will get you $10 off your registration. You can still use that until 5 o'clock this afternoon. So for 35 more minutes, if you want to register online, you can go to WMMS.com and get all the info there. And we'll see you downtown tomorrow. It's going to be the three of us. It's going to be Dieter and Doogie and Jeffrey and Snitz. And once we're done running, I mean, we're going to be ready to drink around 10. So we're going to be set up at Dive Bar.
I'll be done before you guys.
Is where we're going to start. And then we're going to kind of make the rounds down there on West 6th. So we're going to be going to Dive Bar. We're going to go to Liquid, Barley, Tequila Ranch, Velvet Dog, and then back to Dive Bar.
Where can people see these?
I'm not sure where they can see them. We'll be tweeting about them. Just kind of keep an eye on what we're doing. I don't know if they've listed them at the show site. By the way, we've been doing this thing with Sprint over the past few weeks, this Alan Cox Show, Fueling Your Refund or whatever it is for tax season, right? Where we've been doing a series of appearances at Sprint stores. I did one, Pound Cake and Bill are doing a couple each. And we give away gas cards. Like the first 200 people that show up, they get a $10 gas card. We shoot the shrimp, whatever. And then we're registering people for $500 gas cards. The next one of these is going to be with Bill next Saturday. He's going to be at the Sprint in Cleveland Heights on Mayfield Road. You go to AlanCoxShow.com, hit the contest tab, and you get all the information there. I mention this only because we called one of the winners. Called a couple of winners. Yvette Gonzalez from Cleveland. Congratulations to her.
Nice.
I won't give the other person's name because they thought it was a scam.
Oh, really?
If you get a call from WMMS that says, hey, you won one of our $500 gift cards.
You won.
These are Visa gift cards.
You signed up for this.
You're right. It's not a scam. They called one of the winners, and she goes, is this a scam? They're like, no. And she's like, I'm not picking that up. And she hangs up. So
what happens to that gift card?
You're out. I imagine
they find another winner?
They'll get another winner.
Haha.
So if you get a call from us attached to one of these things, it's not a scam. It's legit.
That's
so funny.
Oh God, you're out $500.
People are that busy that they don't remember. Oh yeah, I did put my name. in
I signed up for this.
Well, busy or whatever. I mean, if you get a lot of calls from maybe this person gets a lot of calls from people trying to scam them, and it just fell into the mix. But
if they're having you come pick it up at the station, where's the scam there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, you don't have to sit through like a timeshare meeting or anything.
I had a bitch get an attitude when she won. She called in and she won a prize. I was like, okay, I need to take down your information. Why? So you guys can send me all these flyers and all these updates that I don't need. I'm like, ma'am, you just won a prize. Like, I'm trying to get your information. Well, I don't want you guys sending me update emails. I don't want anything, nobody coming to my house. I'm like,
then why do you call the win?
Coming to your house.
We have to do our rounds.
We're not Publishers Clearinghouse. Yeah, we've got a giant cardboard check for a comically oversized prize for you.
I asked her her number and her address.
Here's your tickets to Autorama, piston-powered auto show.
That's right.
She's like, take me off your mailing list. I'm like, there is no mailing list, ma'am.
I mean, even if you got an email, you could opt out.
Yeah.
You could just unsubscribe. People do it. You know, we do e-blasts in the text, and it's very easy to opt out.
Yeah,
so
it was silly.
We're not trying to lure. We're just trying to give people stuff.
Yeah, I just love when people don't come pick up their prices because I take them home then.
I mean, I do understand where people are coming from because you're just bombarded with information, but that's not really what we do.
A quick Google search will do you.
Alan, what's the bet for the run tomorrow? I don't think we have a bet. I don't
no,
think
there's
we're,
no
I
run.
don't
There's
know
no
that we're,
race in it. We're going to take it easy.
I don't know that we're being competitive about it.
No.
Because I don't care. I mean, you know, as
well,
long
we're
as
going to be walking with Doogie anyway, so it's not like we're even going to... We'll get her to trot maybe a little bit.
I was going to say, I'd like to get up to a jog if somebody will jog with me.
I just don't want it to take forever. I want to get to the drinking and the...
That's why I didn't want to walk.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we'll see.
We'll make her... She did the run out here, right? She made a decent time.
I don't know.
So, Alan, you do both. Like, you have these, right?
What is that called?
Yeah,
this is the kilt run.
The bib.
But what is it?
Oops.
Yeah, the bib.
Yeah, he didn't know. He
thought,
well,
he's not a runner.
I know, but
Yeah.
But he has been alive on this planet for 25 years.
I would not expect him to know what that was called. I'm going to give him that one.
He thought that we were getting bibs to keep our shirts clean for when we're eating and drinking.
Not old school overalls.
I was like, that's dope. I was like, how considerate of them. I was like, yeah, I want to get my shirt dirty.
Oh, you didn't know it was a combined 5K kilt run lobster boil?
I was just thinking from the green beer. I was like, wow, how considerate.
You see Skyline Chili did green noodles?
Oh, that was the grossest picture I've ever seen of any food.
I mean, you can do a lot of green things for St. Patty's Day, and certainly a lot of places do, but what a weird one that is that's going around I saw on Twitter today.
That looked terrible.
And again, I've never had Skyline Chili. I'm not morally opposed to it. I know people are very one way or the other chili on spaghetti. To me, it sounds delicious, but green noodles...
I'm not a Skyline guy.
That's an odd way to go. Let me try to get you $1,000 here. Half past every hour is when we do it. Our $1,000 bribe means you get $1,000. This is not a scam. If you get a text saying that you won, you won. So good luck.
Your shot at $1,000. Now, text the keyword BILLS to 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info. Standard data and message rates apply. That's BILLS to 200-200. Good luck from WMMS.
Hello.
Hello, Bill.
Oh, hi. Who's this?
Bill.
So tomorrow is the Cleveland St. Patrick's Day run, and we got these bibs. Here's yours.
So sad for you, Bill.
Oh, yeah?
I heard you talking about your current roommate.
Yeah, it's a bummer of a situation.
I'm so sad for you, Bill.
What? Well, I'm sad too, so...
I want you to be happy.
I want to be happy. I am happy. I'm sad, but I'm not, like, depressed or anything like that. We both knew this was coming because things have been a little bit for about a month or so.
Well, I certainly know that feeling, Bill. Things are a little bit with me on a regular basis.
Oh, yeah?
It's true. I had another doctor's appointment. I was worried things might be a little bit He said things were a lot
What's going on?
I've been prescribed a couple of things to take care of some situations, Bill.
Like what? What are the situations?
Well, I was diagnosed with eczema, like Pancake. And then they told me that they misdiagnosed me, just like him.
So it's not eczema?
No, it's cancer.
That's a pretty severe misdiagnosis.
That's what I told him, and then he said that my copay would be waived.
Well, that's something, but I mean, you probably have like a lawsuit on your hands there.
No, they called me back and told me that they misdiagnosed me again.
Oh, really?
Yes. It was just a bunion. Do you know what those are, Bill?
Yes, I know what a bunion is.
That's something that you get on your butt.
No, that's not a bunion.
What's a bunion?
I think a bunion's on your foot.
Well, whatever they told me is on my butt, Bill. I hope that doesn't... Whatever that's called, that's what they told me I had.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm so sad for your girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, I guess, too, Bill.
Yeah, ex-girlfriend. Current ex-girlfriend.
I feel bad that she didn't realize, like I have, Bill, that you can't be tamed. Why would she try to rope a stallion like you?
I mean, I'm not really a wild person. I just...
You're not
just
wild,
didn't
Bill,
work
but
out.
you need to be free. I would never hold you back, Bill.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to.
Did you see the comments I left in the chat room?
I did.
I meant every word, Bill.
Well, that's, everyone? Ugh.
Every word I typed, I meant.
Well,
Even as I'm sitting on my orthopedic pillow for my bunions.
Again, that's not what a bunion is. It sounds like you might have a hemorrhoid.
Bill, whatever. I don't know what that is, but I'll take your word. You're not a doctor, Bill.
No, I'm not a doctor, but I know bunions are on feet, not on butts.
I think of you as a love doctor sometimes. All right, listen, Bill, I just wanted to check you to make sure you're okay, because I miss talking to you, and I hate to see you upset.
Yeah, I'm sad right now, but I'll be all right.
All right, Bill.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right.
That was interesting.
You might want to go back and get a second or third opinion. on that diagnosis.
The bunion on the butt. That's a whole problem.
Alan, how does Pound Cake know he's going to have his menstruation tomorrow? You can just feel it. You can feel it coming in the air tonight.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Yeah.
Because I keep looking at my big freaking nose.
All right.
But I'm gonna try and, tame it with alcohol. Because
You're going to tame it with alcohol.
That's a normal thing that people do.
Oh, it's funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like that'd get me through it. Good old alcohol.
All right. Sorry, I burp. Boy, I'll
Stop
tell you what.
swallowing air like that.
I was waiting for something to come up. I was watching a thing on spring break and how nutty it is down in Florida,
I thought spring break went away. I thought it was not a thing anymore.
I kind of did too. Especially
it ain't like it used to be.
Well, what I was watching looked like they were following kids in Fort Lauderdale. For one, I was like, what is this, 1985? I didn't know anybody went to Fort Lauderdale anymore. Thousands of college students in Fort Lauderdale. Cops are don't know what to do because there's so many. They're drinking booze from water pistols, and people are grinding on the beach if they got their clothes on at all. And the first half hour of the day, they're arresting people, and the city technically has a zero tolerance policy towards substances on the beach. But there's just kids everywhere.
And there's nothing. I mean, there's
But
so
Fort
many. Are you going to
Lauderdale-
arrest every single person that comes there?
They can't.
I think Fort Lauderdale might be the new spot. I mean, people have always gone to Fort Lauderdale, but it's not as crazy as it used to be. But now it may be coming back because
Maybe so. Maybe it's just cyclical. Because I remember when I was in high school and college, it was Fort Lauderdale, South Padre Island, I think which is near Texas.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Panama City Beach.
Cabo, if you went way down. Yeah, Panama City. But
rich people go to Cabo.
Fort Lauderdale sounds like it's 1985 again. I'm so jealous that I never did anything like that.
I've never done
I
spring
never
break.
went to spring break.
Did you do it?
Yeah, I did. I was surprised my mom let me go.
Where did you go?
Panama City Beach.
How old were you when you went there?
I was 20.
Oh, wow.
I was 20. I was there.
You were still legit in school?
Yep, still in college. My mom let me go. I don't know how we convinced her, but I had the most money going down there with the most money that I took down, and we had this penthouse apartment. It was so dope. We had 9 people with us, and then
how'd you score the penthouse apartment?
Because 9 of us all chipped in.
Oh, I see.
And so we got this place, and then we were right across the beach, or right across the street from the beach, and we had our designated alcohol purchaser.
Right.
And so
someone who was of age.
Yeah, she was the only 21-year-old person there because I went as a sophomore. So,
but weren't the rest of you worried about getting popped on the beach for drinking underage?
Nope, cops did not care. That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
It's different now because the year after I went, there was
cracked down?
Someone got raped on the beach, in broad daylight.
Jesus Christ!
And it wasn't just raped; it was gang raped. A girl was passed out because she was drunk, and it was
they just took turns with her.
Yeah, a bunch of people huddled around them so that nobody could see, and it's pretty much she's just getting raped on the beach.
That's gross,
and
dude.
Yeah, the cops. It was videotaped. The cops didn't know what was going on, so they didn't do anything about it. And then the parents ended up suing. And so after that, no drinking on the beach. It's not like what it used to be. So the year before, when I went,
you were there for the last hurrah.
Yeah, because we went to Club La Vila.
See, I wasn't quite. I mean, I was working since I was 15 anyway. So any break I had, I was working. And I didn't drink in college, so it was how much fun am I going to have anyway? So if I could turn back time, I probably would have tried to have some fun. But
if we could find a way,
it was.
Yeah.
But I just never, you see those photos and you're like, God, it looks like a good time.
And it's true.
And I just never, because I'm like, I will be so out of place, man, if I'm down there.
I mean, that was the first time in my young adult life because I was
too much of a law abider.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't want to get popped for something. I don't know.
See, I would have probably gone and then got wrapped up in all the excitement and done something really stupid.
Right.
Most
so I'm
people
glad
do.
that I didn't do that.
I did do things stupid. Things that I could have
gotten hurt real bad or gotten in big trouble.
Gotten arrested for and got everyone else evicted. Because they try to crack down as much as they can, but people don't listen.
What'd you do?
I'll tell you what.
I snuck somebody into the apartment, the penthouse, and we weren't supposed to. When you go down there, they know you're down there for spring break. So a lot of people who are looking to go on a vacation, they don't go that week because
they know it's going to be a shrimp show.
Yeah, and so
each person that is in the designated like resort gets a wristband. So if you have a wristband, you have to wear that your entire time you're on spring break. And if someone who doesn't have a wristband, the same as you, is not allowed in the apartment. But of course, I was like at a different place. I was like, I have to get like some away peen. Like I'm on vacation.
some island beach peen.
It's tradition. So I got in this guy's. I convinced my roommates to go to Gay Tuesday at this local bar. Of course, I Googled it. I found out where the local bar was. We went out. Met this guy. Oddly enough, he was from Parma.
Oh, really?
He moved down here, but he was originally from Parma. He saw my friend's Cavaliers hat, and then we went in his car. He drove us back to my resort. I snuck him in.
Why didn't you just go to his place if he was living down there?
He had a partner.
You're a piece of garbage.
And then while my roommates and like our friends that we went with were in the front arguing over something because it was a drunken argument, we're having sex. And then I try and sneak him out. And then as I go to open the elevator, there's 4 guards there that like just noticed that he didn't have a wristband. And they're like, why do you not have a wristband? I was like, oh, he's helping me move out. I was like, we're leaving now.
I'll tell you what, though, looking at these photos, college kids aren't hard bodies, boy. Back in the day, like when I was in college, it was like part of the reason you want to go is because I'm like, I don't look like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to, who the hell am I going to? But
looking
at all
soft.
these, oh my God, looking at all these photos now, like, Jesus. Look at these kids.
They didn't get their spring break bodies ready?
No, they did not.
It wasn't like that when I was there. I was trying to.
But if
do
you
I
that.
feel like it depends on where you're going, and I mean that might just be those people that you're seeing. But
maybe
because I mean, if you watch anything like about that, there's plenty of young hot people out there still.
Oh, I know they're out there, but I mean, whoever was taking these photos was not getting the creme de la creme down there.
They didn't make it past the chubby barrier.
I guess not.
Yeah, no.
But it would suck being a cop down in one of these cities
where
they're
miserable.
There's
no winning in those situations.
You got to pick your battles, I guess. Except there's like drunks smacking your horse, and
it's not the cops that are like the big deal because the cops they know kind of what to expect, and they're nice up until you piss them off.
Yeah.
But it's the undercovers it's the people that get paid to like recruit or like find underage drinkers. They are ridiculous because
hello, fellow students.
Yeah, they get paid per person that they find. So my friend,
they do not.
Yes, they do.
They get paid per
because
arrest.
They're not real cops. They like
you
find
said they're undercover.
They're like. I guess recruiters. I guess I don't know what they're there for, but they find you specifically just to see if you're underage drinking, and then they have you arrested.
Well, they're cops or not? You mean they're like they're
snitches?
Informants.
Ah,
there you go.
Oh, they throw them out into the field to report back.
Yeah, because I remember my one friend the one time, oddly enough,
they get paid on a person basis.
It's like a bounty hunter, but just for underage drinking.
It's a booty hunter.
Yeah.
The one time that my friend wasn't drinking, we were at this club. And the guy comes up. He's like, "Aha!" And he's like,
he said, "Aha."
Yeah, he takes the drink.
He said, "Jacques."
like we're all standing around, like, "What are you doing?" He takes the drink from her, and he was like, "Oh." She's like, "It's Red Bull, you jerk!" And then he was like, "Oh, my bad." Like he tried to like get her. Like it was like an aha moment.
Why did you have to ask your mom to go to spring break when you were 20?
Because I needed money to go.
Because he needed someone to pay for it. What did you think?
Duh, I wasn't going to use my money.
Alan, I love how Pound Cake tells his story like it was decades ago, and it was like 4 or 5 years ago.
It seemed like decades
ago.
Oh,
that's great.
Yeah, but a lot can change in 4 or 5 years, especially
clearly.
When you have an incident like that where there was someone that was, I mean, a huge crime was committed.
But it was savage.
They're going to change things up real fast.
There's stuff that like went on there that I do not condone at all. Like these girls, I don't. They need to be well prepared when they go down there because there was a girl. She was public nudity is just. They weren't arresting for that down there. So there was a girl. She was a cheerleader and she was doing like the splits with no panties on. And there was a guy that was in the crowd that was holding her up because it was a group of guys holding her up while she was doing the splits in the air, and he stuck his finger.
Oh God!
And
it's so gross.
There's a picture of that.
Oof.
So now it just looks like she's just this huge whore. I'm like.
And plus, like afterwards, like sand's gonna get stuck
that's all I think about is like the
you don't want that. You got to go hose it
hygiene.
down.
She was standing on people's hands, and I'm like, oh my God.
State Liquor Patrol is who people are telling me that is that walk around looking for teenage drug addicts.
That's what it was.
All right, listen, I've got a break. Dr. Ryan Berglund is going to join us around 5.
That guy was on Liquor Patrol.
Poker in the rear. Dr. Ryan Berglund from the Cleveland Clinic is going to join us later on for Is It Red? A timelier guest we could not have. And so if you have a question for him, guys, you got some odd things going on down there, he'll be here to help. You can email a question to me. Otherwise, we'll take your texts and calls and all that. 35192 to text in here.
It's the Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS.
So
And everywhere you...
Cleveland St. Patrick's Day run. And we got these bibs. Here's yours. 4001. 306. And
Bib.
look at these.
I thought you were meaning like bibs, like when you eat. That's what these things are called?
Yeah, they're called bibs. When you run a race, you get a bib.
Listen, don't talk to me like I'm stupid because I don't run a race. I don't know what these are called.
I have to talk to you the way that you are. That is stupid.
I thought it was a sticker. I'm like, oh, we got bibs because they don't want beer to spill on our shirts. How nice of them to send that over. I didn't know a bib was this. Like, I'm like, it's a sticker. Like, this is a sticker.
It's a bib. I don't even know how to... You just haven't lived enough life. Also, look at these little coins they gave us.
They give you one drink ticket. Okay.
We got an extra one, too. Maybe we can... Hey, whoever shows me the boobs, they get this extra coin. I have an extra one.
No, because it may not be deserving of the coin.
All right, if they're good boobs. We'll see.
If they're like,
here's the thing. Crystal came in and gave me these, and she's like, I did not know what this was on the back of the coin. On the back of the coin, it's got a kilt. And I don't know if you can see that very well, but Crystal, who works in promotions, she was like, I looked at this thing, I'm like, what is this net? What is this, like a ball in a net? And I was dying because I had those moments where your brain just stops working, where you know something, but your brain's like, today we're not going to be able to figure it out.
Like these things are called bibs.
Yes, like that. That's your perpetual state. Like you are always shocked by words and
why is our name so little? Why shouldn't our name be like printed?
No, it's just so that that's yours.
But why do we need to be numbered so they know who comes in first?
Because that's how races work.
But is it a race? I thought we were just a running.
I mean, the 5K is a race, and it's a race, and it's so they know you're registered. It's just how it is. Ooh, but look at this part. What's that say?
Drink ticket.
Drink.
I said
ticket.
One drink ticket.
Yeah. I didn't notice that until now, so I'm pretty excited about that. I am not excited about running though. I'm glad that
I'm not running.
Well, I'm gonna run for the kilt run part, but then when we do the 5K, like Douchey doesn't want to run, and so we'll just mosey. Will you mosey with us?
I think I'm only qualified for the.
Oh, is that why yours is white and mine's green?
Maybe.
Probably.
It says kilt run. Kilt run right there.
Yeah, mine says.
Kilt run plus 5K.
Yeah, I got both.
So
I got both.
I'll be at the finish line, like, hey guys.
You'll be at dive bar way before us. You gotta pace yourself. Remember we talked about that yesterday. Pace yourself. Eat some food. Get some potatoes in your stomach.
All I heard was treat yourself. That's what I heard when he said pace yourself. I heard treat yourself. That's what it came out. I translated to that.
Well, I mean, it's your life, so you do what you gotta do.
It's St. Patrick's Day.
It's St. Patrick's Day. It's a fun day.
First St. Patrick's Day has been on a Saturday for me. I'd never had to,
kill some time. I'm going to get my shirt that I'm going to wear tomorrow.
Yeah, well, since I've been 21, I always had to skip school to go to the St. Patrick's Day. We would always have the St. Patrick's Day on, like, a school day, like on a Wednesday or a Thursday, and I was hired on the show when I was in college. So it came down to midterm exam review or St. Patrick's Day bar crawl. I'm like, ride in a limousine with all my, colleagues, or midterm exam review.
Yeah, we know.
Free beer.
Mm-hmm. But you don't even drink beer, but free drink.
Free anything I might consider.
Yeah, all right, here's my shirt that I'm going to wear tomorrow. It is a unicorn with a leprechaun on it.
A rainbow unicorn.
Yeah.
Pride unicorn. Okay.
Yeah, I'm down with the pride stuff, so I don't mind that. What do you think? You're just gonna wear the one that they gave us?
Yep.
Yeah, that's boring. And his long sleeve too.
I'm boring. Yeah.
I'll probably wear that one under this one to keep me from being too cold. That's the problem with tomorrow. Is it's just gonna be cold. I like when it's warm.
That's why I got my compression shorts. My boys are gonna be nice and hoisted.
Oh yeah, okay. You're very excited about your compression shorts.
Because I never wear them any other occasion. I had to buy them specifically for this. I'm like, oh, wow. I called my roommate because I'm like, what size compression shorts do you wear? Because we share clothes sometimes because we're the same size. And he's like, small, why? I was like, because the large look like it fits me. Obviously, because you don't wear compression shorts with underwear underneath. At least I don't think you do. No. So I was like, I obviously am not going to try.
Underwear.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not going to try them on. So I just wanted to guess. I was like, but these look like little itty bitty little
that's the whole idea. Is they're very tight.
So I put them on. I was like, ooh, my ass looks ridiculous. I was like, I got a badonk in these. Like, these is great. So y'all gonna get a show tomorrow. I'm just gonna find an excuse to drop it low. So it's St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Hey.
You find a way to make everything that I was excited about tainted.
Why? You want to talk about taint?
All right, thanks for watching. Check out the live stream and share this and get it out there. Take it easy, guys. Bye.
Spin class.
Time to climb, everyone. Woo! Let's get after it. Come on.
So why would you put the fastest new Samsung on a slow wireless network? Speed shouldn't be contained. Introducing the new Samsung Galaxy S9 on T-Mobile. The fastest Samsung ever demands the fastest network ever, because fast should be fast. For a limited time, only at T-Mobile, get the Samsung Galaxy S9 half off after 24 monthly bill credits with trade-in. Join the Un-carrier today. Call 1-800-T-Mobile or visit a store.
Qualifying credit, plan, and finance agreement required. Fastest Samsung based on device download capabilities. LTE Cat 18, actual speeds vary.
Spring is the time for new adventures and great deals at the Jeep Spring Sales Event. Take the new season by style with the world-class quality of Jeep Cherokee, including the Jeep Cherokee's available heated leather trimmed seats. Or greet the change in weather and terrain with Jeep Cherokee's all-weather capability and find peace in knowing it has over 70 standard and available safety and security features. And thanks to Jeep Cherokee's outstanding fuel economy of up to 30 mpg highway, there's little stopping you on your next adventure. During the Jeep Spring Sales Event, well-qualified lessees get a low-mileage lease on the new 2019 Jeep Cherokee Limited 4x4 with 27 mpg highway for $269 a month for 36 months with $26.50 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra. Available four-wheel drive. EPA estimated miles per gallon, 2.4-liter front-wheel drive. Actual mileage will vary. Call 1-888-925-JEEP for details. Requires dealer contribution and lease through Chrysler Capital. 25-cent charge for each mile over 30,000. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 4/2. Jeep is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.
Hey listeners, do you want to win a scholarship while helping save lives? Well, now you can. Go to ProjectYellowlight.com, a scholarship competition for high school and college students to help with the brakes on distracted driving. Submit your radio ad idea and your submission could be turned into a national radio ad, just like the one you're listening to now. Make a statement, win a scholarship, save a life. Go to ProjectYellowlight.com in partnership with Project Yellowlight, NHTSA, the Ad Council, and iHeartRadio.
No purchase necessary. Ends April 1st, 2018. For details and official rules, hit up ProjectYellowlight.com.
Traffic.
From the Elk Traffic Center, Subsys and opioid mouth spray may cause death or addiction. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO. The 77 North ramp to 90 eastbound closed until further notice as crews try to remove an overturned semi from an overnight accident. An accident cleared 480 west before Broadway, still stop and go approaching. Also an accident in the left lane, 480 west before Miles, and on 480 east before Granger. You're slow from the Valley View Bridge. I'm Livy Musica in the Traffic Center.
This report is brought to you by Conrad's Blue Falls Car Wash.
Voted Lorain County's best?
Blue Falls Car Wash.
Unlimited monthly washes, just $19.99. And free vacuum stations. Now in Strongsville at Pearl and Whitney next to McDonald's.
Blue Falls Car Wash.
From the Final Touch Construction Studios, this is the 50th anniversary of WMMS Buzzard Radio, an iHeart radio station. And this is the Alan Cox Show.
Okay, 216-578-1007 to join us, or 800-348-1007. 35192, want to text me. The live stream is at our YouTube channel, AlanCoxShow.com. Get to the bottom of that. To get through to that, the chat's there, and you can listen live via iHeartRadio at the show site or on the iHeartRadio app. Through the month of March, you can get yourself 20% off whatever you want to buy at CLE Clothing Company if you use the word LUCKY. That's your promo code all month long. You can use it in store. You can use it online. But you get 20% off whatever you buy. CLEClothingCo.com if you want to do it online. Otherwise, walk into one of their stores. The WMMS Retro 50th Anniversary T-shirt available for you, too, while they still have those. Because there is not a limitless supply of those. But you can save yourself 20% right off the top with that.
Pound cake, what was that thing you were mushing around?
He was mushing something around?
This is why I love Dr. B. He always comes bringing, like, gifts. This is a scrotal cooler or a warmer. For March Madness.
Well,
So
what is it, a cooler or a warmer?
It's
Whatever
both.
you need it to be.
Oh,
You
it
know.
does both?
Mhm.
Yeah, it says right here, he was like, on the back, to heat, put a damp cloth, wrap it in a damp cloth, and put it in the microwave for 15 seconds. To cool, freeze for 2 hours prior to
Oh,
use.
I see. You determine whether. Okay, it's not something that you like snap, and it's not like
yeah.
hand warmers. You like break something in them, right?
Yeah, he came in, and I was like, what is that in your hand? He's like, oh, yeah, these are scrotal coolers. He was like, I was going to bring them so you guys can give them away if you guys want to. I was like, well,
yeah,
I want
because when he'll join us in a little bit, but he always says March Madness is a huge time of the year for him because that's when guys schedule their vasectomies so they can sit at home on a bag of frozen peas and watch the games.
Yeah, so I'm going to wear this. I'm going to put it inside my compression pants tomorrow so it'll be warm. I won't be cold.
Well, he says so he'll be warm, but it's because he'll look like he'll have a bulge,
because
a bigger
you're
bulge.
stuffing your pants.
Right. Why don't you just wrap up?
It's going to look like you have a, what are those things, the Smuckers things that we like?
The Smuckers things?
The...
Oh, Uncrustable.
Yeah, it's going to look like he has an Uncrustable in his pants.
Well, first of all, I'm wearing a kilt, and I'm not just going to be giving a free show to everyone.
Oh, the kilt, right.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah, but then you can tear it off, and everybody go, oh, my God, did you see Pound Cake?
I'm already packing.
Bro,
I don't need to do that.
A packing. Yeah, you're packing your pants with a scrotal cooler.
Yeah, I guess
we got it.
Anybody?
Why don't you just take a Chipotle burrito and stuff it down there while you're at it? It's already wrapped in foil.
It's not enough room.
Oh. Uh-huh.
He'll have one, but it'll be in a different part of his pants.
But see, these look like toys. So just imagine you just have this laying around the house, and your daughter gets a hold of it, and she's like putting it in her mouth or whatever. Like, no, that's my scrotal
Yeah, it even has a little basketball on it.
Yeah, it's a basketball.
Honey, don't put my scrotal cooler in your mouth.
You got
sage advice for parents everywhere.
There's washing instructions on here.
Yeah, it's just plastic, right?
Yeah, it says pack.
Yeah, I have one of those, but I have an eye mask like that, not for my scrotum. Yeah,
well,
just those little like
I understand.
balls. Yeah,
it could probably double as
things.
both. During the day, it can be a scrotal cooler. At night, it can be an eye mask.
Yeah, there you
just
go.
get two of them and staple them together.
I might want to try the warmer. I'll get a damp cloth and do it like during the break and just slide it in.
Ugh.
You know, it's not gonna it doesn't stay warm for a super long time.
We gonna see.
All right. I'm not going to see anything.
No, nor will I. I will leave you to your own devices with that scrotal warmer.
Device, just one device.
Yeah, whatever. My scrotum will be just the temperature I like it. It'll be my body temperature. And the outside influence.
Okay.
People are dragging Katy Perry because she kissed some kid on American Idol, and now everybody's like, oh, harassment. Doesn't Katy Perry know that Me Too goes both ways?
Me Too is bisexual. Me Too does it all.
Katy Perry's one of the American Idol hosts, and boy, is she foxy. Katy Perry is foxy.
That hair and the makeup that she's rocking is not doing it for me.
Love the short hair.
No.
She's got D cups. I like everything about her. I don't mind short hair. I got to tell you.
I don't mind short hair either, but on her, it's just the way it's styled is what I'm not digging.
Well, there's only so much you can do with hair that short, and so she's kind of got.
But she's got to come in like straight.
She's
down.
got like Ellen DeGeneres hair, you know. But anyway, so this kid
she looks like Ricky Schroeder.
You know, I dated a girl in college who shaved her head, and I remember I would always have these internal monologues to myself. I was like, does that mean something that I'm really turned on by the fact that her head is shaved?
No, it can be a good look on certain girls.
It wasn't even a look thing. It was just like when we'd be doing something and I would have my hand in the back of her head.
Mm-hmm. You like the fuzzy peach feeling?
I had to sit there and go, does that
mean
something?
Are you sure there weren't other things going on that were swaying your opinion of that situation? If your hand's on the back of her head,
No.
I imagine there's other things going on that you're going to be like, I love this.
No, not that. No, she didn't shave her head, but I mean, it was like really, really short. It was just, It was just shy of having her head shaved.
But don't you just like a nice handful of the hair, though?
I don't mind that either. But at that time, and she was the only person I ever dated who had hair that short. But at that time, I was like, does that mean something? Because you're asking yourself a million questions. I was like, does that mean something about me that I'm super turned on by the fact that she barely has any hair?
And
no, I don't think it meant anything. No.
Maybe you should explore that.
Trust me,
Figure it out.
if I was going to, I would have done it back then. No. I didn't experiment in college.
Oh.
You sound perturbed.
I think
Because he wishes he had been there for your experimentation.
Listen, I believe if I had any inkling whatsoever, I would have gone down that path. So people who wonder should absolutely do what they want to do. I just knew for me, I was like, I have no interest in that whatsoever. And I had a friend years ago. He lives in Texas now.
Maybe you just wanted to be a barber. Maybe that's what it meant.
Right.
You just chose the wrong profession. I just really like cutting short hair.
You know what? Your skull is really turning me on. Or I wanted to decapitate her. Towards the end, I did want to decapitate her and put her head in a bowling bag. But no, I had a friend
that took a weird turn.
years ago who was really doing the full court press on me to try to get me to, well, maybe you do. Well, maybe. And I was like,
he gay?
Oh, yeah. Fully gay, yeah. And I mean, he was great. He was a friend of mine and real smart, whatever.
He was pressing up on you?
It didn't get to that point, but he was like, look, are you sure? Do you know?
Yeah, he was
Maybe
pressing.
I can.
He was trying to slide.
Yeah, he was. And I was like, no, dude, I go, seriously. I don't. This is not me being coy. Like, I just don't. And if I had an inkling of that, like, you'd be the first to know.
He said, never a finger, never anything in it.
Well, a girl can give me a finger. I don't need a finger from a guy.
A girl can give you a lot of things. A girl can wear a strap-on, and technically it's not gay because it's a woman.
That's fine, but I had no interest in that either.
I'm just saying.
And it was, anyway, Katy Perry, real short hair. Foxy. This kid is auditioning at American Idol, and she's like, oh, my God, his name's, what is his name? Benjamin Glaze.
That's his real name?
Yeah, Benjamin Glaze.
Benny Glaze.
And it's just him and a guitar. And
BJ Glaze.
BJ Glaze. And he's a young kid, and he's 19. He's from Enid, Oklahoma. And he was singing a song, and Katy Perry loved it and jumped up and said, let me give you a kiss on the cheek. And so, or give me, he kisses her on the cheek. And when she goes, give me another one. And when he goes in for another one, she turns her head real fast,
Did the old
does
quick
the
turn?
spin,
Yeah.
and kisses him on the lips. And so,
because the whole thing was that was his first kiss.
His first kiss, which he wanted to be special for a girlfriend.
It's still pretty special. You get to kiss
Katy Perry.
That's a good first kiss, you nerd.
He says he does not feel that he was sexually harassed, but the outrage police put on their uniforms and were like, oh, that's, what? Anyway, so I don't know if anything really, it was a forced sexual act, said one viewer, who has probably had more than a few things to talk about in therapy.
It's just a cute moment.
Imagine if this was from a male. Oh, listen, imagine if this was a male. There is a double standard. But the kid, he initially was like, well, I wanted it to be special. Which I'm amazed this guy was looking for a girlfriend, frankly.
That could be.
He said now he's got a girlfriend,
Okay.
and he's been kissed. And
Katy Perry was my first kiss. But if you really
does that sound like a guy who's looking for a girlfriend? By the way,
Katy Perry was my first kiss. But if you really sat me down and asked me, I would tell you the story of how our first kiss was, and it was, like I said, it was just as special as I wanted it to be.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, he was of course Team Katy Perry, but.
Yeah,
and again,
I
listen,
want to kiss Katy Perry.
I would be concerned if I were that kid. I'd be getting some shots because she was married to Russell Brand. So from that end, I think I probably would have made.
Didn't she hook up with John Mayer?
She hooked up with John Mayer. I think she's back with Orlando Bloom and his kickstand. So most I think the consensus was that he was a lucky dude.
Yeah, and it was a silly thing. He was agreeing to a kiss. Like, he went in for the kiss. She did the quick little turn. She
pulled a fast one on him.
That's not like a situation.
She didn't
where you
hold him
get-
down
yeah,
on the table and make him.
where when he gets it worked up.
I kissed a girl and I liked it. Taste of her cherry chapstick. I kissed a girl just to try it. Hope my boyfriend don't mind it. It felt so wrong. It felt so wrong. Sing it, bitches.
Sing it, bitches. Sing it, bitches. The karaoke background singers. Sing it, bitches. That was before that was a while ago. That was before he calls everybody bitch. Now everybody's a bitch.
Well, he was always a
even
everyone was always a
himself.
bitch, yeah.
Even himself.
Calls himself a bitch?
In the third person. He's like, a bitch got to eat.
Yeah, that's true.
He does that.
Yeah.
A bitch got to have his scrotal warmer in before a 5K kilt run.
That's how you know it's not demeaning. I even call myself it.
A bitch got a fart in the side studio.
A bitch got a big ass nose. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, I don't think anybody takes offense at it. They
Oh,
certainly
people do.
shouldn't. Well, those people need to grow up.
Like that.
But, you know.
He's really into that thing.
What thing? The scrotal warmer?
Yeah, he's been like just squeezing on it the entire conversation.
I need one of those little. What are those finger things called? Where you stick your finger in one
girlfriend.
side.
Hand warmers?
No, it's like those little. I don't even
Fidget
know
spinner?
No, you stick your finger in both sides and you could just like roll it. Like it's just like.
Oh
yeah.
The
Those like
rubber. I
tube
thought you meant
things. Yeah.
Chinese finger cuffs, but you mean like those, tubey things with the glitter in them.
You get them at any type of like tourist shop when you visit somewhere. Like.
There's a show, I think it might be on Netflix. It's one of the streaming services called Lovesick. But the first season of the show, they changed the name. The first season of the show was Scrotal Recall.
Oh, really?
And apparently people thought that wasn't.
That was on Netflix, I think.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they changed the name to Lovesick. I think it's a British show. Or Scottish something, but that's funny. Yeah, guys, we want to do another season, but the name. We gotta change the name. You don't like Scrotal Recall? No, we think it might be sending the wrong message.
That's probably sending the right message. It's just a little much
Yeah.
to see on Netflix as you're scrolling through titles.
I saw
a little
something
too on the nose.
Or
something.
I saw a thing that said that
It just tain't right.
I don't know if he was bragging about it. Probably not bragging because he's the Pope. But the Pope, in some interview he did with like an Argentinian paper or something, he said that he hasn't watched television since July of 1990. That the Pope doesn't watch TV. Now, on the one hand, it's probably not that surprising. There's probably not that much television that he would enjoy. But to have not watched TV for that long,
So
you've missed
everything's
a
a
lot.
spoiler to him.
Everything.
You can't tell him about any show past, like, if someone's like, oh, Ross and Rachel end up together, he's like, hey.
Don't tell me, I haven't seen it. July 15th, 1990, he said he was watching something that made him throw his hands up in the air and say, forget it. So he knows when he stopped. He made a promise to the Virgin Mary, as if she'd care, that he would never watch television again.
She's got so many more things to worry about than whether or not he's going to watch TV.
She's got to worry about maintaining her virginity.
Can't you just...
She's got to be showing up to teenagers in Chile.
So because of one thing, he stops watching TV, but isn't that just you go, okay, I'm not going to watch this, but I'll find something else. You don't just give up. That's a quitter's mentality.
The Eternal Word Network. So I Googled 1990 television just to
Okay.
see what's on. It's like my freshman year in college. The Simpsons aired their first regular episode in January of that year. MTV Unplugged premieres. He missed all this. Missed all
this
of
is
it.
all... It was July, so anything after that.
But I don't know that he watched those earlier.
I'm guessing he missed The Simpsons and MTV Unplugged.
Okay, so let's see what he missed. He missed the Movie Time channel was rebranded as E! Entertainment Television. Now, I never heard that.
I never even heard of the Movie Time channel.
No. Rick Dees had an ABC late-night talk show. One night after the Pope stops watching television, Rick Dees premieres his late-night show.
And we all miss that.
All miss Into the Night with Rick Dees.
Nuts.
Rick Dees nuts. That's right. He tried to spin off into a retail sector with his delicious caramelized walnuts and honey cashews. Rick Dees nuts at a store near you. CBN, which was the Christian Broadcast Network, renames itself the Family Channel.
Oh, those sly bastards.
Chris Farley, Tim Meadows, Chris Rock, Adam Sandler, Rob Schneider, and Julia Sweeney joined the cast of Saturday Night Live.
Damn. Those are some heavy hitters.
Yeah. So the Pope has missed a lot since he stopped watching television.
I mean, Breaking Bad is enough to go back to TV.
Mm-hmm.
He should give that a shot.
Yeah.
And now is he being like cheeky about this? Like, oh, I don't watch TV, but I do watch Netflix because technically it's not TV. Like,
You know, I like the young Pope. I watch that show. I don't know why.
HBO Go.
Yeah, he's Argentinian, I think. I'm doing Father Guido Sarducci.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't mean to, but so let's see. What else did he miss? He missed
all the good episodes of Seinfeld. When did Seinfeld start? 90, right?
Yeah.
90 or 91?
Probably 90.
Yeah.
He missed the premiere of... Do you ever remember a show called Dream On HBO?
Yes.
Where the guy would have... His memories were all old TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that show. It went away pretty quickly. I think
it was over my head because I was 8 years old, so
okay.
I'd watch it because I wasn't supposed to.
Love that show.
But I didn't really get what's going on.
He missed the premiere of Parker Lewis Can't Lose. Oh,
I love that show.
Who could forget that?
That show got canceled way too soon.
Yeah. Hey, Ashley. Hello. Oh, all right.
Bye, Ashley.
Gone. Thank you, Ashley. All right, I'm going to break. Dr. Ryan Berglund is, as the kids say, in the house. He's in from the Cleveland Clinic. He joins us every so often for our Is It Red segment, and he's a urologist out there. Smart dude. And if you've got questions, guys, for stuff that's going on down there that's a little hinky, he will try to answer your questions. This is a chance for you to avail yourself of his wisdom and his expertise. So, if you want to email a question, you can do that, alan@alancockshow.com. You can dial in a question, 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007, or you can text a question to 35192. And those Avenged Sevenfold tickets for you when we return.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7.
Hey, welcome to Side Studio Theater, where we're just killing time during the commercial break. We pre-recorded these to keep it from being super boring while you guys are waiting for us to come back live.
Yeah, it's real talk in here. This is
it's
where all
real
the,
talk.
This is where all the dirt goes down.
And we can say shit and fuck.
Well, you
not
can.
going over the air.
Yeah, you can. I'm too black for that. I'll lose my job.
You will? Just do it. Come on.
Nah, I'm good.
Come on.
Nah, I need this job.
Come on.
No.
Nobody watches this. No one that works here.
Okay, let's go.
All right. So you were talking about International Women's Day just before we started. What's your beef with that?
So I follow this thing called the Shade Room, this page on Instagram, and I learned all my. It's almost like the underground dirt, like it's all the urban hip hop dirt that's going on in the industry, whether it be like music, rap, or music, or like any type of entertainment. So this DJ, this is another morning show in Washington D.C. It's an urban morning show, and the two co-hosts kind of ambushed their female co-host on International Women's Day because she did not want to hire a babysitter to watch her kids that was attractive. She did not want an attractive woman watching her kids and being around her husband. And so they ambushed her and brought the babysitter or the nanny in and to talk about how petty she was.
Wait, so they brought in the nanny that she hired that wasn't attractive?
No.
Or she had an attractive
She
nanny?
did not hire her because she was attractive.
Okay.
So
they brought in the girl that did not get hired.
Yes.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And the girl was saying how petty it was, that she was like, you're insecure, like blah, blah, blah. And then this female radio personality quit live on the air that day. Because she was like, it's International Women's Day. I refuse to let you guys tear me down. So my question to you is, were her co-hosts wrong? Because if y'all did something like that to me, right? If you and Alan brought in F's a boyfriend's past, like me, like, no.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely didn't need to do that, but I feel like if they did something like that, they've done things like that in the past, and it's almost something you should expect to happen. Like, that's not... You gotta,
there's loyalty involved. There's loyalty involved.
But also, like, what does it hurt her if she stands by what she did? She didn't want to hire someone that was too attractive.
She does stand by what she did.
Then, but why quit?
Because
like, what does that teach anybody?
Me personally, I would not have quit. I would have stuck it to you. Like, I would have made every day hell.
Right.
Until I found another job. Because, in case you haven't wondered.
Did they hire the nanny to replace her on the show.
I don't know what happened with that. I only know the story of her.
That would have been hilarious. Like, okay, well, we have a job opening here. You can get the job as the nanny. How would you like to be our co-host?
Yeah, I wonder how she quit, because we have contracts. So I wonder how she was just like, I'm out of here.
I mean, if you want to quit, you can quit, even if you have a contract. Like, they'll find a way to not have to pay you. Like, you can break contracts. Contracts in radio are to protect the company, not to protect the employee. Like, most of the time, unless you are way the F up there, like, unless you were making a ton of money and you are like a huge radio commodity, it is just so they can do with you as they please.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would not have quit. No, I would.
No,
I would
hell no.
I would have stuck it out.
That was funny. I think that's funny that they brought her in, and it definitely was an ambush move.
It was an ambush, and did not tell her.
But she should know that
they put those women up against each other.
Yeah, but she's the one hiring a nanny. She's allowed to hire whoever she wants around her kid.
Exactly.
She doesn't want that nanny.
And that's
so
what she
she's
was
tempting the guy.
It was the principle of the matter, because she was saying, this is my household. Why are you bringing my personal business?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you had to go out of your way and contact that nanny.
But then I also like that there's a nanny that got that job that was feeling really good about getting that job, and she's like, so I'm not attractive?
Not as attractive as the other one.
That's funny. So I have... Yeah, if I'm ever hiring a nanny, I'm hiring a hot nanny. I want that nanny to ruin my life, which I pretty much do.
It doesn't have to be
on my own.
But it's 2018. We know this from past experiences. You don't have to be a hot nanny. People could blow your back out, and you could be ugly.
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
there you go.
He was blowing her back out like every day, and got her pregnant, and she got her meal ticket, and she was quiet. She didn't even want any money or anything like that. And that kid came out tall as me, like. Yeah. He's staring me in the face.
He's a little guy.
Yeah, so.
But he still looks a lot like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, he looks like his dad.
Well, he's not attractive either.
Right, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's very funny to see that guy walking around, and like if you're
like
seeing that kid in public, you're like, who's your dad? Because you look like the Terminator. You look like a little tiny version of the Terminator.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back with more side studio stuff. What are we going to call this?
Oh, side studio chats? Or like...
Siding in the DMs?
Siding in the DMs. I like that.
Cool.
Of Cleveland. You know, back in the day before I had LASIK, I was starting to lose friends because they would see me off in the distance and they'd wave, and then they would think that I was ignoring them, but I just couldn't see them. They were too far away. Didn't want glasses, anything like that. So I sat down with Dr. Greg Eipert over at LVC. He walked me through the whole process. Almost 8 years later, my eyes still as amazing as the day I had it done. They offer Contour LASIK, which is the most advanced and precise LASIK available. Free financing up to 24 months. They accept VSP and most vision plans, as well as flex and health saving accounts, too. It'll change your life. I'm not lying. LVCLASIK.com for the info.
Traffic.
From the Okanoke Traffic Center, Subsys and opioid mouth spray may cause death or addiction. Call 1-800-ELCOPIO. Some good news, the 77 north ramp to 90 eastbound and East 9th has been reopened after crews removed an overturned semi. Still have an accident in the left lane, 480 west before Miles, and in the right shoulder, 480 east before Granger. That has you backing up to 77. I'm Olivia Musica in the Traffic Center.
This report is brought to you by Conrad's Blue Falls Car Wash.
County's best?
Blue Falls Car Wash.
Unlimited monthly washes, just $19.99, and free vacuum stations. Now in Strongsville at Pearl and Whitney next to McDonald's.
Blue Falls Car Wash.
It's time to give stuff away.
All right, Avenged Sevenfold is on the road this summer with Prophets of Rage. That's Tom Morello's new outfit with Be Real, Cypress Hill, Chuck D from Public Enemy. And that tour is going to hit Blossom on Monday, August the 6th. Now, tickets are on sale if you go to livenation.com. Want to look into buying them. If you want to win them, this pair can be yours here. Be caller number 14, and we will make it so. Good luck. 2 for Avenged Sevenfold and Prophets of Rage. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Alan Cox. His parents think he's a proctologist.
He has a real job.
Because the truth is just too disgusting. 100.7 WMMS.
Dr. Ryan Berglund has returned from the Cleveland Clinic for our Is It Red segment. How are you, Doc?
Very good. Thanks for having me on.
Are you on the live stream with us, too? Bill, is he on? Yeah. Dr. B, camera ready? Look at that. This will probably be the first time a lot of the listeners have seen you.
Yeah.
We've talked about it. You've been coming here for many years. We appreciate your expertise and your advice and your guidance. Ooh, Bill's dimming the lights, too. You know, Bill's a single guy again, so you know, keep an eye out for...
I feel like I'm going to disappoint people, so this is my good side, though.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
You get used to it.
Got him on the good side. I don't have a good side, so you're lucky. You're fortunate. If you have a question for Dr. Ryan Berglund, he's a urologist from the Cleveland Clinic who joins us every so often to try to help you out with whatever strangeness you've got down there. And this is a very busy time of the year for him, too, so we're lucky to have him. As we've established over the years, March Madness is your crazy time of year.
Crazy.
Guys schedule their vasectomies, I imagine, a year in advance, months in advance, and they go, I want it then so I can sit with one of these scrotal coolers and watch all the games, right?
We promoted it this year. We made it into a big thing that we came up with these Cleveland Clinic branded scrotal coolers.
Yeah, they're very cool.
I gave you guys a few of them just if you want one. We did 19 today.
19 vasectomies.
How many did they do?
If only I had it ready.
That is a lot.
19 vasectomies. That is a lot. What's the record? What's your personal best?
Now, I was one of many doing them. But,
okay.
I'll do 5 or 6 on a Friday afternoon sometimes.
So the beginning of the busy season is when? I imagine doesn't coincide exactly with March Madness. Like Valentine's Day, is there a spike and people are like, I broke up with her and I decided I don't want kids?
It is March Madness. Starting yesterday.
Yep.
People are doing it because it's an uninterrupted weekend. Nobody can kick them off the TV for the weekend. So
and there's something entertaining because it's one thing to like binge watch a show, but there's excitement about the tournament so it keeps you're not gonna be bored.
Yeah, I've been getting these trash talking texts all day from my buddies that are we're all in the same bracket. These guys are now just chilling out at home for the weekend. It's just
who do you got winning it all?
I didn't get my bracket in time. So
I didn't even fill one out. I haven't filled one
last.
out. Yeah, I haven't filled one out in years.
There are some teams. I saw Loyola pulled out a buzzer beater or something. That's a team. Loyola Chicago. That's a team that's never in any kind of contention. Alan, tell Poundcake if he microwaves that scrotum thing for 10 minutes, it'll stay warm for the whole race. 10 minutes?
He's full of crap. He has 15 seconds.
I was going to say
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
It'll stay warm.
It'll explode.
It'll melt your junk.
Yeah, right.
I never said 10 minutes. 15 seconds, wrap it in a warm cloth.
No, I think he was saying if you microwave it for 10 minutes, it'll stay warm for the whole race.
Yeah. He's full of
It's going to be on fire.
All right. Okay, good. If you have well, let me get into it properly here.
Is it red? Does it itch? Does it hurt like a bitch? Is it red? Is it red? Is it red?
All right. If you have a question for Dr. Ryan Berglund, you can call it in 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007. A handful of people have emailed me their questions in advance. That's fine, too. Or you can send a text to 35192. Hey, Sean.
Hey, Alan, how's it going?
What's going on? What's your question for Dr. Berglund?
All right, basically, my right nut has, like, something growing on it that's, like, twice the size of the nut itself. So I'm not really sure what I should do about that.
It's outside the testicle? So that's the critical distinction. Outside or inside the testicle.
It looks like it's on the nut, not in the nut.
It's probably nothing. I would just leave it alone.
It's probably nutting.
Probably nutting. All right, but it's literally so big. It's like I'm running out of room in my sack.
So what that likely is? Well, first of all, it could
running
be a
out
hernia.
of room. Wow.
Is it? Does it look like it's bulging out of your abdomen into your scrotum? That would be a hernia.
No, it looks like it's actually on the testicle itself.
Then that's probably either a spermatocele or hydrocele. It's just a big cyst full of fluid. That's likely what it is.
Okay, should I get it taken care of or leave it alone?
The critical thing is you need to make sure it's nothing that's coming from the testicle. If not, if it's getting really large, it can be removed, but that's surgery.
Okay.
And if it's not bothering you, and you just do nothing about it, just watch it.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of doesn't look good, you know?
Yeah, you might want to have somebody look at it.
It's scaring off the ladies.
Right.
It is a big weekend coming up.
I got one nut that's three times the size of the other nut. Not a good look.
Yeah,
he's like the Grinch when he did a good deed. His heart grew 8 times.
Just say it's a conjoined twin that you never.
Right.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that's in the eye of the beholder. Some guys will walk around with one of these the size of a basketball for years, and then other guys, it gets the size of a marble, and they want it removed. So,
yeah, I would be the marble camp.
I would too. Get it checked out, Sean.
All right, yeah, I'll make an appointment with you, Dr. B.
Yeah,
all right, there you go. What's the number over at the Cleveland Clinic?
216-444-2200 or 1-800-CCF-CARE.
CCF Care.
Yeah.
Alan, does Dr. Berglund get paid when he comes on the show, or does he do it pro boner? Well, listen. Hi-oh. Right. No, he gives of his time and his talent and his expertise for your health and betterment. Okay, let me go to Michelle. Hello, Michelle.
Hi there.
Please don't tell me that you have a testicle that is twice the size of what a normal one should be.
I do not.
Woo! All right.
The reason I'm calling is I have a question about the drug Flomax.
Yes.
My 81-year-old father is a palliative end-stage colon cancer patient,
Okay. All right.
and he has a lot of pressure when he tries to urinate,
Okay.
and it actually brings him to tears.
Okay.
And a palliative nurse recommended possibly starting Flomax to relieve some of that. So my question is, do you think that's a good idea, and how long would he need to be on it for him to receive some benefit from the drug?
Flomax is basically a medication to relax the muscle in the prostate, make it easier to empty the bladder. It's used by patients that have benign prostatic hyperplasia that cause obstruction. If his cause of obstruction is that can oftentimes help. But it sounds like if he's in that kind of a problem, Flomax alone may not be enough to help him. So
Okay.
he may need to either be catheterized or learn how to cath himself. Certainly, we could try that, but that's something that could be relieved easily, even with just a catheter. If he's in palliative care, just to make him feel comfortable.
Okay, and just a single catheterization or an ongoing?
It would likely be ongoing, although you could try the Flomax to see if it made things reasonable enough that he didn't need to cath himself.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, good luck, Michelle. What is I'm ignorant as to for the term palliative care. I hear that all the time. I just don't know what that means.
Palliative care is kind of an agreement between the patient and the physician. It's kind of a spectrum. Palliative care, you also hear about hospice.
Mhm.
It's an agreement that we're going to stop treating a disease to cure it. We're going to
It's like making you comfortable. Is
Correct.
that? Oh, okay.
It's kind of a comfort. It's a transition to comfort care where treatment is to relieve symptoms and not to cure disease. So it sounds like he's elderly. He's got an advanced disease, so it's just keeping him comfortable.
So if I make a decision like no more, I'm going to see what happens. Just keep, that's what that is.
People worry that
you got to be pretty damn uncomfortable for a cath to be the answer to make you more comfortable.
Surprisingly, this guy, my guess is if he put a catheter in, would get a lot of relief. And
Oh yeah,
pretty
for sure.
happy.
That's what I'm saying. Like you need, that's got to be a pretty miserable situation.
A lot of people worry that when they get to the end stage of disease and they decide that they don't want to treat it anymore, that they're just going to be forgotten. And actually, there's a whole field of medicine that's just about relieving symptoms. And so it's just a transition in the way care is delivered, but you're still taken care of by physicians that specialize in making you comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Let me very quickly try to give away some money here. $1,000 at the bottom of every hour. A $1,000 bribe means this word could get you $1,000, so good luck.
Your shot at $1,000. Now, text the keyword cash to 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info. Standard data and message rates apply. That's cash to 200-200. Good luck from WMMS.
Dr. Ryan Berglund here for Is It Red? Here's an email. I've had a wart for over a year on my member, and it has started to spread. I will be receiving health care from work in 6 months. He's in that, probationary period. I want to get rid of this, but I can't afford to pay $500 for a visit before I get insurance. Can I get a prescription over the phone, or do I need to see somebody?
You do need to be seen.
They got to see him, right?
Yeah. I mean, nobody's going to want to take responsibility
Over
for
the phone.
Yeah, for treatment that. Now, one thing that's interesting is we are starting to head into virtual visits. So we're offering virtual visits
Like
now at the clinic,
FaceTime and stuff like that, or
where I can't remember what exactly it is, but it's maybe $60, and it's a live encounter with either an advanced practice provider like a nurse practitioner or PA, or even a doctor.
Right.
I don't know if they'd be willing to do that. It's just that the treatments for that can actually be harmful, and nobody's going to be comfortable just treating that over the phone. They want to see the patient and actually have some way of following up to make sure that, you can.
But webcam MD, that's a thing now.
You can.
Hey, make sure you give me some tokens.
I'm playing solitaire over here. I'm checking your thing over here.
We are offering now virtual. A lot of my chairman. I was talking to my chairman, and he said, "Hey, I got to go. I've got a virtual visit." And he went to his office and was speaking with a patient over his computer.
Wow.
Is there like a certain point where you do like group visits, and if you get to a certain goal, then you get the cure?
You got to beat the big boss first. Hey, John.
Hey, how are you guys doing today?
Good. What's up?
Okay, so I've had this issue for about 5 years now, and basically what's going on, I'm not able to reach climax while I'm having sex with my wife, but I'm able
Everybody
to.
else is.
Everything works. Everything works fine whenever I'm doing things on my own. So I have had some military doctors take a look at things and do a number of different tests to make sure everything is working properly. But I'm still at a loss, and this is probably one of the most frustrating things I've ever had in my entire life.
They said drop and give your wife 20, and he couldn't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
So he can do it on his own, but he can't do it with his wife. Might be a mental thing.
That that might veer off into the kind of marriage counseling or just psychological realm. Although, are you on any antidepressants or anything that could cause a problem?
No, I'm not. I'm not on any medication at all.
How long have you been married?
I've been married for about 5 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
It's a
tricky
long time to
problem.
be married.
That might do it.
It's a lot easier to treat the opposite problem, premature ejaculation, than it is this problem. And this does really possibly delve more into the psychology of intercourse than anything else.
You watch a lot of porn, John?
Not really. I mean, maybe 3 or 4 times a week, but it's not like anything when I was a kid.
You know, because for a long time they were like, porn's desensitizing people, and you were kind of supposed to be outraged by that. You're supposed to go, that's silly. But it's got to have an effect on people. I mean, there's no way it couldn't desensitize people.
You have to imagine that's the case.
Sure, if they're way into it, but it doesn't sound like that's John's thing. So he should call a therapist, or
I think that's probably.
Can
the
you
next
prescribe
step
divorce?
Honey, take 2 of my paychecks and call me in the morning.
Take half my belongings.
Well, good luck, John.
All right, I appreciate it, guys.
All right. Let me see here. I have molluscum contagiosum. You've talked about this.
Yes.
I've had them frozen, but they don't seem to be going away. Anything else I could try?
What are those again?
It's a virus.
Okay.
It's kind of on the spectrum of warts. They're totally different virus, though. Warts are HPV. Molluscum contagiosum is molluscum contagiosum.
It's its own thing.
Yeah. And it's a challenge, and it's a challenge. Warts are a challenge. You know, you can even get rid of the visible warts, but you're still likely carrying the virus. So the first thing is make sure you use some type of barrier contraception and let your partner know about the situation. As with warts, you freeze them, burn them, etc. when they show up, but they do have a reasonable chance of coming back.
Does Dr. Berglund call the first Friday of March Madness Black Ball Friday? Any gallows humor there over at the Cleveland Clinic?
Yeah, not really. We all kind of we know it's coming, and you know the folks that support us in the pre-op area, they eat their Wheaties.
They gotta be ready for it. There's a lot of volume.
19. I mean that's
a ton.
19 procedures today. That was unbelievable.
Wow. They
did a great job. They really did a fantastic job. Made it easy for us.
Alan, sometimes when I ejaculate, I have a... Oh, no, I read that wrong.
Okay.
I ejaculate when I have a bowel movement. I thought he was saying, when I ejaculate, I have a bowel movement.
That's a whole different
really
problem.
making my girlfriend mad. You got to put down the rubber sheets and everything. I ejaculate when I have a bowel movement. Is this normal?
People
a lap dance? No, I don't. I don't want a lap dance.
That can certainly happen, and if you imagine the anatomy of the prostate and the seminal vesicles relative to the rectum, they're sitting right on top. These are little bags that contain the fluid that's in the ejaculate, and you can imagine in some cases, if somebody has a bowel movement where they're generating a lot of pressure, you could put pressure on the seminal vesicle and cause some fluid to be emitted.
The greatest dump ever.
Yeah, seriously.
Wow.
I wonder if he climaxes or it's just he produces the fluid.
The emission of the fluid. Yeah, if he has the sensation, I'd make sure eat more bran muffins or something. Hey, Chris.
Hey, guys, long-time listener. I remember the first show Ryan Bergman did with you.
Hey, there you go. Long time ago. Right.
Yeah. Anyway, this is the first time I've had a problem. I've had this recurring problem. I'm not even sure if it's in your wheelhouse, okay?
Okay.
I get this growth. It's up at the top tissue of my thigh, like where the muscle is.
Okay.
But right next to my scrotum, okay?
All right.
This is the second time it's happened. It actually just exploded today.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it leaks this fluid that's like pink-colored, kind of red. It made me think of you guys when it happened.
It is literally red, is what he's saying. Yeah.
Well, it's not blood red, but I mean, it's like, and it has a foul smell.
There are some people that are prone to getting it's a condition called hidradenitis, where you get recurrent kind of scarring infections of some of our apocrine glands, and the apocrine glands are what you know how dogs can tell one dog from the other by how their butt smells.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
the apocrine glands are what produce that fluid. So some people can get these recurrent infections of these glands. It may be that. It may be just.
Well, but earlier this week, and I started to get like a real sore throat and like the glands in my neck.
Yeah.
Or felt like they were swelling up. I've always had like these tumors under my skin that didn't pop; they're just there.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's just some sort of. My dad had it too.
Yeah, you may have a. I mean, there are a number of genetic conditions that cause cutaneous lesions, and oftentimes just having somebody eyeball you, they can figure it out, or if necessary, do a biopsy, take some tissue and figure out what it is.
Well, I mean, I've been hospitalized many times in the past 5 years and done blood work and all this other stuff. So, what have you been hospitalized for? Seizures or what? Alcoholism and drug abuse. And stuff like that.
Just that.
Well, I mean, you can get chronic infections if you do IV drug abuse.
No, I didn't. I don't do IV.
Okay.
I don't do that. I don't shoot up or anything. Never stuck a needle.
Yeah,
I've never stuck a needle in my veins. They have. I haven't. But I just kind of wondered about it because of the smell of it and the location. And I'm looking up syphilis, and I'm like, it can't be syphilis because I look at the syphilis pictures and I was like, it don't look like that.
Syphilis, though, it's interesting. You tend to have that initial chancre, the original sore, which is a painless sore. It's an ulcer. And then it transitions to secondary and tertiary syphilis, which really doesn't. You really have the chancre once, essentially.
Kind of goes away and comes back later, doesn't it?
It doesn't come back as a chancre. Then one of the interesting
you get dementia
things is,
towards the end of it.
Oh, it's terrible disease.
Yeah.
It's not in that location though. It's like up in the top muscle of my thigh, right where the pelvis connects. I mean, I think it just gets irritated because it's hard.
I doubt it's syphilis by what you're describing, because then you get a secondary syphilis where you get it's interesting. You get a rash on your palms and the bottoms of your feet.
I don't have any of that.
Palms are sweaty.
Yeah. He might. And the other thing is that alcoholics are more prone to infection. It really causes a deterioration in the function of the immune system. So, it's possible that you're just getting recurrent infections as a result of diminished immunity.
Yeah, that probably makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, good luck, Chris.
All right. Thank you.
All right, there's Chris. You got a question for Dr. Ryan Berglund. By the way, cutaneous lesions at the Beachland Ballroom Friday night.
Is that where they're at?
Yeah. If you have a question for Dr. Ryan Berglund, now is the time to ask it. Guys, something hinky going on down there. He might be able to help you. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007. You can email me a question if you like at alancockshow.com, or you can send a text to 35192.
It's the Alan Cox Show on
Hey, we're
100
back.
points.
This is siding in the what is it?
Siding in the DM.
Siding in the DM.
It goes down in the DM.
Yeah, that's right. I feel like you're on a really high chair and I'm on a really low chair.
I like to sit above. Like that's why I want like an SUV so I could like observe my surroundings.
I'm trying to get an SUV too. I'm trying to get a Toyota 4Runner.
I have a funny story before we get into the St. Patrick's Day thing.
Okay.
I just gotta tell you, like, I have the worst car luck just because I think it may not be anything, but I just immediately panic. I was leaving a doctor's appointment earlier today, and as I drove home, I was like, wow, my car sounds funny. I was like, here we go again. Immediately, I start freaking out. I'm like, it sounds funny. And it was like humming. It was like, I'm like, this. I've not heard my car sound like this before. I was like, it's not the alternator. I don't know what this is. And then my check engine light comes on, and then on top of the check engine light, like there's like a little wrench that comes on too. So I was like, oh, I really need to like get off like right now. And I'm like, okay, well, it seems to be driving fine. It just sounds funny. Let me see if I could just get it home. And as I'm driving, I accidentally smacked my gear shift, and it was in low.
Oh.
I was going like 70 miles per hour down the highway.
Oh, you didn't see it on your dashboard?
No.
That's well,
it's not on my dash.
Does that mess up your car? I don't know. It's got to, right? It's got to mess up your transmission.
I cried because I didn't know what it was. So you think I'm gonna know if it messes up my car?
You cried so quick. You were so quick to tears.
I don't know why. I don't think I cry. I just have really, really wide tear ducts, and
so it's easy to escape.
It just comes out. Like people are big bones. They're not fat.
Did you see? There's a guy that did a Snapchat filter, and it put the sunglasses, like the glasses, on his nostrils, and he's like, "Snapchat, we need to talk. Like this is not okay." All right, so we got St. Patrick's Day coming up. What's your craziest St. Patrick's Day you've ever had?
Oh my gosh, with my roommates I have now. Listen, I miss things. Like, I love my job, and I usually put that before anything else, even though sometimes it may be bad, because I have other things in my life going on besides the show, contrary to popular belief. And when I was in college, I was still hired on this show, my senior year, and St. Patrick's Day, this is the first year that it's been on a Saturday in my entire adult life since I've been 21. other than that, it's been like on like a Thursday or a Wednesday. So I always would have to make up my mind. Do I want to go to class or do I want to do St. Patrick's Day? So obviously I'm going to go to St. Patrick's Day. But it always came around the time of midterms. And I remember 2 years ago, so I was my first senior year.
I think this might be we have the same day as our crazy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. I missed my midterm exam review. So I had to have my midterm, and I had to take it, but I was like, I'm not going to take that. I was like, I'm going to go to St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to have fun. So I ended up getting a D on the midterm, but that's not the story. The story is my roommates I live with now, my roommate Zach, we all got plastered that night. Like, beyond belief, we got drunk. And we actually got a hotel downtown. And they always treat me to everything, as you guys know from listening on the show. So I was like, you know what, bitch, I got this. Like, let me treat you guys for one time. So we eat at this hotel, not realizing that it's not the actual bar food, it's the hotel food. So they bring us out this little bit of, like, little steak and little bit of mashed potatoes. No, this is like the hotel restaurant. But it's not the bar. Yeah. It's the restaurant food.
Okay. What hotel was it?
Something downtown. It's like right off of, I don't remember the exact hotel because I didn't book it. Obviously, I didn't pay for the hotel. So I was like, let me pay for the food. And she was like, just so you know, this isn't the bar food. This is the hotel restaurant food. I'm like, it's fine. Put it on my tab. And I ring this tab up. It's like $200. And I'm like,
$200 for little tiny portions.
Yes, and it was 3 of us. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll pay for it. So we eat all that food after we were trashed. So I'm sitting there drooling as I'm cutting like my steak with my knife. It was good though. So we go back upstairs. My roommate, sorry Zach, I'm gonna put you on blast right now. I'm just gonna go. I tried to go to sleep because I had class.
Zach is a problem. I've had problems with Zach. You've had problems with Zach. Zach, when he's drinking, will cause problems.
So
he was the one that messed up my potential threesome.
I remember that at my graduation party. Yeah. So as I'm sleeping, because I just wanted to sleep for a couple hours because I had class in the morning, so I had to drive home. I just wanted to sober up. This kid wakes up and projectile vomits like it's like Exorcist style across the room, and then he continues to throw up as he goes to the bathroom. So it's just a trail. It's like a snail trail of throw up to the bathroom.
Hansel and Gretel, where he's leaving like a pathway to follow back to his bed.
Oh my gosh, it was like bloody murder. It was like it was a murder scene. I was like, oh my gosh, am I in an OJ series? I was like, this is ridiculous.
That's hilarious.
And it was like all red because we had all that like steak sauce and all that stuff. It was gross.
Oh,
and so
that's really I'm visualizing it, and it's really gross.
Yeah, so I was like, after that, I was like, I'm gonna just get my Uber home. I'll sleep in the station until I sober up, and I drove home.
Mine was the year that Hoppy was with us, and I hadn't been. I think did I drink that day? I might not even been drinking that day because that was when I was. No, I had just started drinking again because I did like a 9-month.
Like me.
Yeah, like I went like without drinking for months, and then I had a few, but I didn't get like super drunk. But Hoppy was blackout drunk.
Yeah.
And he was eating the chicken bones, and then they sent him home because we were right by his apartment, and then he came back.
And he was wiping his face.
And he was wiping his face with the shirts, like the promotional shirts, all that stuff. But seeing him like coming back, and all our bosses were there too. Like Saskeith was standing there watching him come back, and he's like, what the fuck is this kid doing? And just that, seeing all that interaction go down live was just bananas. Like, it wasn't...
It didn't even happen to you, and you're like, that's
no, it didn't even happen to me, but it was just ridiculous, and it was just out of control to see all that. But then during that day... I think it was also around the time Miles was leaving.
Yep, it was his last day.
So we were...
his last event, anyways.
And we had the party bus. Like, I put the porn on the party bus. Like, we had...
Yeah, you did put the lesbian porn on the party bus.
I wanted to make it fun. If you got a party bus, why not have some porn playing?
Yeah, I remember
that. I was raised on cribs, and anytime they showed their cars on cribs with the TVs and the headset, they always had porn playing. So if you have a TV in your car and you have porn playing, it just doesn't seem like it's worth it.
Yeah, I remember that specifically. Like, a normal person makes mistakes and learns from them. A smart person learns from other people's mistakes and learns from them. And I learn from them. I'm like, I don't get that. I've never gotten that trashed at any type of bar crawl, any type of show event. I drink now.
Yeah.
I drink, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't drinky to the point where I'm swerving. And no.
That I had that one. But that's a story I've told many times. All right, thanks for watching Sliding in the DMs.
Make your home look fantastic. Manage your energy bills year-round. Whether it's sweltering outside or freezing. Limited time event, though, from Window Nation. They've installed over 425,000 windows in over 80,000 homes. Mine included. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Limited time event. Plus 0% financing for 18 months. Call Window Nation. Use my name when you talk to them. Say Alan Cox gave me all the info. 866-90-NATION. Or go to windownation.com. 2 windows free for every 2 you buy. 866-90-NATION or windownation.com.
Traffic.
From the Okanoke Traffic Center, Subsys and opioid mouth spray may cause death or addiction. Call 1-800-ELCOPIO. Some good news, the 77 north ramp to 90 eastbound and East 9th has been reopened after crews removed an overturned semi. Still have an accident in the left lane 480 west before Miles and in the right shoulder 480 east before Granger. That has you backing up to 77. I'm Olivia Musica in the Traffic Center.
This report is brought to you by the IX piston-powered Autorama.
The Summit Racing Equipment IX piston-powered Autorama is at the IX Center this weekend only. Motorcycles, hot rods, monster trucks, and the debut of Cleveland's largest piston-powered machine. Visit pistonpowershow.com for details. Kids 12 and under are free. Discount tickets on sale now at select Discount Drug Mart locations and Summit Racing Equipment in the Talmadge.
From the Final Touch Construction Studios, this is the 50th anniversary of WMMS Buzzard Radio, an iHeart radio station. And this is the Alan Cox Show.
Well, the Portland Trailblazers kept their win streak alive on the back of the Cavs. 113-105 was the final last night in Portland. Cavs in Chicago tomorrow night play the Bulls. That'll be an 8 o'clock tip, so 7:30 here on MMS is when your pregame will begin. Dr. Ryan Berglund is here from the Cleveland Clinic. He joins us every so often for our Is It Red segment. If you have a question for him, he's a urologist from the Cleveland Clinic. And March Madness, very busy time of the year for him. 19 vasectomies today. Now, how many people working on those? You're just one of the guys that are working. How many did you have to do?
I was scheduled for 3, but as happens with these, one guy just didn't show up.
Oh, like last minute they go, nope. So
Nope.
19 total.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. If you have a question for Dr. Berglund, you can call it in, 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007. You can text 35192 or you can email me at alancockshow.com.
What's the record for most in a day? Is it 19?
I think that might be
the tops.
That might be the record, yeah.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, love you guys. Thanks for taking my call.
What's up?
I know prostates are boring, but mid-50s, he has a ginormous prostate, double the size of a normal person.
Oh, yeah?
So my pH level...
Is it drippy?
Yeah, I'm at 7, but my free PSA is at in the 20s, so we've really not been so scared. But I'm coming down to your house for a MRI in about 3 weeks, and I'm scared to death. My doctor decided to forego a biopsy and thought, let's do an MRI that it's better. What do you think? And also I'm afraid because I read that they put an antenna up the old back end.
We aren't doing that anymore.
That's just so you can get cable.
Okay.
Get great reception.
Yeah, we aren't doing that anymore. You know, the problem is an MRI is not a perfect surrogate for biopsy. The only way we get tissue and can diagnose prostate cancers with a biopsy, and we miss about 40% of cancers.
Well, my doctor felt that the biopsy might miss if it's somewhere in the back that he's done.
Mm-hmm.
People that have had 5 biopsies and they don't.
Oh, yeah. If you've had a prior biopsy, that's what you're doing is exactly right. That's the right thing to do. And you know, when you said that, I mean, it does sound like you have a big prostate. The biggest I've ever seen is about 20 times normal size. And the guy
Mine is, I'm looking at my paper right now. It says enlarged prostate. On my work order, it says N40.0. What does that mean?
40 grams. So
is that big?
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you're in your 20s, it's about 20 to 25 grams. I in fellowship took out a 500-gram prostate. It was size of a giant grapefruit.
Well, this is going to cost me because my insurance does not like to pay for MRIs for prostates, and I'm just wondering, should I just get a biopsy instead, or what's your feeling?
Without knowing all the details of your case, actually, the MRI is probably the right next step. I think that's a good call on your physician's part.
But I don't have to worry about an antenna.
No antennas. We have this. Our magnets are now very, very powerful. We use something called a 3 Tesla magnet. If you were to take anything metal within 20 feet of this thing, it would act like a bullet being shot out of a gun.
Pull it out of your body. Or
people have died in these MRIs.
But they still do the dye, so right? You do one with a dye and one without, or no, you don't do that either.
They still are doing it with dye, but it's not the same as the CT dye. So most people do pretty well with it.
Okay, so I don't need to be scared to death.
Do not be scared to death.
So do you really think? And I know you guys are in a hurry. That
no,
I
we're not.
With
You're the one with the giant prostate.
Yeah. Well, no,
Let's focus on you.
Yeah, you got to get to the bathroom.
Yeah.
We understand.
It would be a lot easier to go get a biopsy done in my doctor's office versus going down to your house.
Right.
And cheaper, but I'm like he said, he just had too many ones where they don't get good access to all the prostate, and then they miss it. And I'm thinking, okay.
He's correct. I mean, there are some parts of the prostate that are very hard to get to with a needle without guidance, and the MRI is very helpful for that.
So if you had somebody for 4 years that had a 7 PSA but a high, he told me that the other number is actually as important, more important.
Yeah, I mean, your free PSA is favorable, but
I'm in my 20s.
Yeah, but your absolute PSA, your total PSA is pretty rough. I mean, it's up there.
Okay, well, I'll see you in 3 weeks then. Thanks a lot.
Good luck out there,
Absolutely.
Dave. What are the pros and cons of taking hormone replacement therapy? Is that too vague of a question?
No, that's a great question. That's testosterone, either through the skin or through pellets that are in the under the skin or through shots. Those are anabolic steroids. So that's what people are. Different variations on that are what people are shooting up in the gym to get bulked
Real
up.
big, yeah.
So if your testosterone's low, it's very reasonable to do. If your testosterone is normal or high, you should not do it because it's going to cause all the negative side effects that anabolic steroids will cause. Over time, it will eventually erode your ability to produce testosterone naturally. So if you just kind of have a low normal, just have to remember that you're probably going to be dependent on that for life to have normal testosterone levels.
Can you reverse retrograde ejaculation after an urgent aneurysm repair?
I don't know why they would have gotten it after that. It may just be that
lucky.
You know what it was? There was a disruption of the sympathetic nerves. You really probably can't reverse that in all likelihood. If the person's interested in becoming fertile, you can actually harvest the sperm from the bladder. You know what you do? You empty your bladder.
Mm-hmm.
You put the preservative fluid into the bladder via a catheter, have the person ejaculate, and then aspirate the fluid out of the bladder, and then the sperm is in the fluid.
Like you're filtering it out.
You're having the patient ejaculate into the preservative fluid.
Oh, I see.
In the bladder, and then you just put a catheter in and drain it all out.
Hmm.
That's how you do it.
Well, I don't know if this is in your wheelhouse, but a girl texted me. She said she was recently diagnosed with genital HSV. You know anything about that?
Herpes.
I'm reading conflicting information about how contagious. My doctor isn't on board with suppressive therapy until it becomes necessary. Is there any way to protect my potential partners?
You have to inform them. It is a lifelong infection. It doesn't go away, and you can shed virus without having visible sores or symptoms. So that's another one where you really are obligated to inform partners and also wear barrier contraceptives. The doctor is correct in that suppressive therapy really is for that person who's having stuttering bouts,
breakouts and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
some people will get one flare and then never see them again, and some people will get them monthly.
Yeah.
So it's a tough situation. Will there ever be a cure for it? Viruses are much more difficult to treat in general than bacteria. So
because they keep changing.
They change, and it's also they have a way of hiding out in your own cells, and so they just under periods of stress. When do people get cold sores? Are a form of herpes virus.
Right.
When they come out, they come out in times of stress where your immunity's down, and the same thing can happen with the genital version. And
you can get stress herpes.
Yeah.
Or a stress outbreak.
Yeah, and some people are just more
I can't think of anything more stressful than telling someone that I have herpes.
Yeah, here they come again. Hey, Bob.
Yes.
What's going on?
I had a question for the doctor. I noticed about a week and a half ago, it looks like I have an enormous skin tag right on the middle of my member. Just kind of joke around with the missus, saying she gave me something.
Yeah.
And that didn't end up too well. But,
yeah, probably not a fun conversation.
What a jerk she
no,
is.
it ended up on a couch, but I've had skin tags before, not like maybe 3 or 4, and I've been able to cut them off, but never something down there.
Yeah. I mean, the question always is it a skin tag or is it a wart? And you have to, it's important to distinguish the two because you treat the two differently. Skin tag, you can just excise. Wart, a little more challenging. You can excise it. You can burn it, freeze it. You can put, chemical burn, but you just have to remember that it's a transmissible disease. So that's something worth having someone lay eyes on. If it's a skin tag, it can be removed. Sometimes in the office, sometimes surgically. Sometimes you have to put you to sleep to do it.
Got ya. Okay.
All right, thank you, Bob. Alan, I'm currently in transition from male to female, and I'm going through hormone replacement therapy for about 3 months. And for about a week, I've been having extreme pain when urinating and ejaculating. I'm not sure if this is in the doc's wheelhouse, but I figured I'd ask. Male to female transition.
Male to female transition. I'm not aware of why that would cause urinary problems. I mean, there certainly are hormonal effects on urination.
Painful ejaculation.
Being
a woman is not easy.
It doesn't surprise me that you would have side effects like that, but I'm just not familiar enough with it to speak to that.
I've been diagnosed with scrotal calcinosis. I've had 20 lesions on my scrotum for about 2 years. I had surgery to have some removed, but the majority remain. What are the chances that the others will come back, and how can I prevent that?
That's a challenging problem. So these are calcified lesions on the scrotum.
I gotta give you credit for being able to be so professional about things like that. Oh, that's a what did you just?
That's a calcified lesion.
Yeah, but just be like, oh, that's a tough situation to be in. I'd be like, I don't know, cut your balls off, like just set yourself on fire.
That's why we didn't go to medical school, Bill.
Yeah.
And Dr. Berglund did.
You can excise them as they come up, but it's a reasonable point. They're probably going to keep coming back. I would just say, wait until the problem gets bad enough that you want to go through surgery, get them excised, but they're likely going to show up again.
Hey, Jake.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey, am I on?
You sure are.
So I had a vasectomy not too long ago. And my doctor mentioned something about buildups. I don't know exactly what testosterone may be like, and it would enlarge your testicles. And I was just curious if you could explain this to me, because I kind of asked my doctor more about it to explain it to me, and he didn't. He just shrugged it off. It's nothing to worry about.
The testicles themselves should not get larger with the vasectomy. Now, you could get a fluid collection or something around the testicle that makes it appear larger, but it shouldn't make the testicle itself get larger. If you were to lose a testicle, the remaining testicle, or the one testicle was to lose its blood supply and become atrophic, to shrink, the other testicle would probably enlarge as it started to produce more testosterone. So you really shouldn't have a larger testicle itself if both of the testicles are intact. You can feel little things in your scrotum where the actual surgery took place. You can get little nodular areas, things called sperm granulomas, where some of the sperm may exit one of the tubes and cause a little reaction around the tube, but the testicle itself shouldn't be large.
Oh, that's totally what he was talking about.
Yeah, that's totally normal.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Jake. Letter from Laura. My boyfriend's 44. Sometimes when we have sex, he finds it hard to stay erect. Is that normal? Please do not say my name. Oops. Well, this might be another mental thing, right?
Well, this also could be erectile dysfunction. The definition of erectile dysfunction is the inability to obtain and maintain an erection sufficient for intercourse.
Yeah.
So
he's 44. I mean, it's not abnormal.
That's where it starts to happen.
Right.
And your chance of having some degree of erectile dysfunction is roughly equal to your decade of life. So about 40% of patients in their 40s will have some degree of erectile dysfunction. It doesn't mean that they're completely impotent and they can't get any erection, but they might lose their erection earlier, etc. Only about 5 to 10% have the severe erectile dysfunction. Patients over the age of 50, that is. So
can a lot of that, you can ameliorate that with like diet and exercise and things like that?
Well, I mean, the first thing I would do is that now there are now generic forms of erectile dysfunction medications. So you can now, for very cheap, about $1 a pill, get. And now I'm going to get a ton of phone calls. I know this.
This isn't over the counter. This is something that
prescription from U.S. pharmacies.
Okay.
You can get generic forms of the erectile dysfunction medication. So what we know of is Viagra, sildenafil. You can get a generic formulation of that now for about $1 a pill. So
here's $5,000, doctor. Send me up with next couple years' supply. I had a hydrocele when I was a baby, and my left testicle hangs a good 3 to 4 inches from my right, and sometimes I sit on it. Ow. Is there a procedure to lift it?
Not that I'm aware of. No.
Right. You are SOL, my friend.
I'm sure you could
keep it out of the way.
You could pex the testicle up. I've just never been asked to do that.
Right.
Just cinch it up.
Okay.
Couldn't you just get maybe like more supportive underwear?
Yeah,
I mean that would probably take care of it. If you get some like boxer briefs that have enough support, you're not going to be sitting on your balls.
We've had, when people have the problem of testicular torsion, where the testicle can spin on its blood supply and die, you actually can sew the testicle into the wall. It's called an orchiopexy. Sew the testicle into the wall of the scrotum.
Okay.
But I don't know why I would do it for that.
Hey, Brooke.
Hi, Alan.
What's going on?
So, my boyfriend, he has complained of pain in his testicles before, and sometimes has problem ejaculating. Now, my sister is also a urologist, so I really don't want to ask her about my boyfriend's balls, so I thought I would consult Dr. Berglund.
Yep.
So the problem is pain and then also difficulty. I didn't hear perfectly well. And pain and then difficulty,
ejaculating.
Ejaculating. And the pain thing, the most common reason people will have pain is to have an infection of the testicle. Usually a 10 to 14 day course of antibiotics will eliminate that in many patients. Some people do get chronic pain, and then chronic pain, we can treat that in a number of ways, including removing the nerve tissue of the testicle. I can imagine that if he's got a concurrent pain problem, that it may be hard to ejaculate. So you don't oftentimes want to treat the pain problem first, and then if the pain problem's fixed, perhaps the ejaculation
so my
problem.
sister was telling me that, she gets a lot of patients who are college students, and during times of midterms, they tend to have testicular pain, and that it can be due to stress. Is this?
It's certainly possible. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Is your boyfriend studying for midterms right now, Brooke?
No, he doesn't even go to school. So
oh, well, okay.
So stressed about it.
Want to make sure.
Maybe he's stressed out because his girlfriend's calling radio show telling everybody he can't finish.
Right.
That stresses him out.
Yeah, it's a vicious cycle.
I would definitely look at medications that he's on. Make sure that he's not on, for instance, an antidepressant, which certainly could affect his ability to ejaculate. Beyond that, then we start to look more at the psychological end of things.
All right, good luck, Brooke. Good luck, Brooke. Can you get eczema on your member? The skin is peeling a bit around the tip.
You can't. Yeah, you can get eczema on the penis.
All right. Hey, Alex.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Okay, I got a multi-stage problem.
Here we go. Buckle in, everybody.
Right?
Yep.
I'm super excited about it. So about 6 weeks ago, I was having painful poops, and so I was having bright red blood. It stopped for 2 weeks. Now it's back. The problem is, my girlfriend for the first time got genital warts about 6 months ago. It cleared up. Now I have one on my penis. I also have yellow pus-looking little warts on my anus, and I also have this sensitive purple thick bubble that's it looks like it's part of my anus now.
Yeah, that's probably a hemorrhoid.
Okay, so that one's a hemorrhoid. That's not a big deal. What about all the other stuff?
Yeah, process of elimination. We'll go one by one here. He's got a real rainbow of activity.
Oh, I'm living the dream.
The purple nodule that's probably hemorrhoid. Those can hurt, and they're not fun. You can get genital warts not only in your, there's been a lot of news around this, not only on the penis and the vagina, but you can also get it on the anus. And
you can get them anywhere.
You can get them anywhere, and we're now seeing that a lot of the cancers, the squamous cell cancers that we see with the cervix and the penis. Well, you can also get them of the anus, and you can get them of the head and neck, the throat, from oral transmission. So that I would probably see something about that. You may have anal and genital warts, which those can be treated. You will carry the infection, but you can actually treat those.
You don't want to ignore the blood in the stool, you said.
Yeah, and the blood in the stool very well may be coming from hemorrhoids, but you have to. How old are you, by the way?
34.
Yeah, it probably is worthwhile to see a gastroenterologist for a possible colonoscopy. Very often, those bright red blood that's painful is from a hemorrhoid, but you got to rule out the bad stuff.
Also, give your girlfriend a hug.
Yeah.
Right. You two are meant for each other, Alex.
Yeah. All right, thanks a lot.
All right, good luck. Godspeed. Dr. Ryan Berglund is here from the Cleveland Clinic for our Is It Red segment. If you have a question like Alex's or anything along those lines, he might be able to help you. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007. You can text a question to 35192, or you can email one to me at alancoxshow.com.
It's the Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS and everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app. From the Hard Rock Rocksino Northfield Park Weather Center.
Welcome to Signing in the DMs. Yeah, we should get some theme music and some production for this, but that's more work than I want to do right now. Welcome to a commercial break on the Alan Cox Show. I think we're doing a great job today, are we?
Yep.
Yeah, of course. We have no idea, actually, because we pre-record these. So, Pound Cake's real tired right now. Why are you so tired? Because you're burning the candle at both ends?
That sounds real kinky, but no.
No, it's just a regular saying.
No, I need to catch up on my sleep, and working 2 jobs is a thing. It's not, people do a lot more, but it's a thing, and I will always want to bring my A game, so I try to relax now, and then when the show comes on, it's like,
ta-da.
Yeah.
So, do you think it's because you got a little hitch in your schedule this week because of Spinfest?
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about that. We didn't really get to talk about that yesterday.
Dude, that thing is insane. And you know what? I almost felt bad because they asked me to do it because I'm a personality. But in reality, I don't really have any DJ skills. But
we know that.
But I'm like Diddy, where I can recognize talent. I know talent when I see it. And I can spot a star.
And so, who are some of the... Now, Mattitude wasn't in it this year.
Mattitude was not in it last year, and that's why I was glad I got to judge this year. Because last year, I watched as a spectator and just as a fan, because I thought I was going to win my trip to Vegas. It didn't happen. My trip. I mean, Matt's trip to Vegas.
Matt's trip, where Pound Cake was going to conveniently tag along.
I've been a good friend. I think I deserved a trip to Vegas. But that's besides the point. Now I actually had to have a say in who got to win. So, I mean, there was like all these local DJs, the top DJs from, the area, and Dare the DJ won. So shout out to you if you're watching this, Dare. You did a great job.
Dare the DJ.
Dare the DJ.
I don't know.
I like the name though.
Yeah.
Dare the DJ. It's like Bob the Builder. Dare the DJ. You can have like a theme song like that. But
does he do any incorporation of like the Dare program, like the drugs?
No, I don't.
Dare to keep kids off drugs and on these sick beats.
Yeah, that would be a good slogan. But no, he doesn't have that yet. But my next step, I want to start doing like drops for people. Like, hey, it's Pound Cake and you're listening to Mattitude. I could say it real sexy because Erica did some.
Yeah, they could do that, and then that's when you know the night's over. Once you hear Pound Cake come over and go, yo, it's Mattitude.
All right, the party's over.
1s and 2s. Everybody go home.
Everybody get the hell out.
Everybody get out.
It's last call, y'all. But, all right. But I had a great time, so thank you, Barley House, Cleveland, for having me.
Was there any, like, what set Dare the DJ apart? Because I'm sure they were all good. They were all...
There was different categories that you had to judge on. There was technical stuff, which is pretty much making it look pretty, making it look really harder, much harder than it is. So all your handwork and all, doing all the, making you unique.
So like almost like style points.
Yeah, style points, originality for their song selection. So, you know me. If you incorporate pop, R&B... as
long as it's not rock.
All right, nobody's twerking to Living on a Prayer, okay, in the club, so I'm sorry. But no, so some people actually did incorporate rock. I think someone did play a little Kid Rock. And so you get points for that. You get points for intriguing the crowd, getting crowd involvement in. And, you know, anybody who could get me up and twerking, you know.
But shouldn't every DJ be able to get you up and moving? Like, isn't that...
You would think, but some of them didn't. But...
So you were there with Alan Colon and... I believe I saw on your Snapchat or your Instagram story, Ashley Z, the new...
Ashley Z, the new girl from Kiss FM.
Yeah.
She's over there. She popped in right after her shift. Evie was there. If you guys don't know Evie, you should.
Everyone should know Evie.
He's like one of the top DJs here, and he does LA, and, you know, he's the real deal. So he was there as well. He was one of the judges. And, you know, it was really cool. I felt like a VIP because I hadn't earned that much clout yet. I hadn't had a seat at the table until now. So I'm like, what else you got for me?
Well, I'm glad you had fun. All right, thanks for joining us. We'll have a few more of these segments to play during the show today. And make sure you join us at the Cleveland St. Patrick's Day run tomorrow. Even if you don't want to run, just come out and drink with us. We'll be at West 6th, starting at 10 a.m. at Dive Bar.
I'm practicing being out of breath.
And we'll be there till about 2 p.m. We'll have all the bars we're going to be going to posted on social media and stuff like that. So,
I need a nap like today to prepare for tomorrow.
I'm taking tonight off just to like be real chill so I can get up, do the run, and then I'm gonna go real hard tomorrow. I got reasons.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, guys. Do a little quick. Welcome back to Siding in the DMs. We got so much things going on. We got St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. We'll be having a good time there, getting some drinks and just random shenanigans. We played a new song yesterday on the show. We're going to be filming all sorts of stuff on that to make a video for that song. And I think you guys will enjoy that. And here's what I want tomorrow. I want to see some boobs.
Boobs? Okay.
I rarely see boobs when we go out to these events. And I feel like I need to see some boobs.
Well, I was thinking just the opposite. I would like to see some dongs, or at least some nice male butt. Who sees male butt anymore? No one really sees male butt.
Well, it is St. Patrick's Day, so if there's anyone that's rocking the kilt, the traditional style without underwear underneath, maybe you'll get your wish.
You know what? I was thinking the same thing about, you know, boobs and male butt. I was thinking about doing the Marilyn Monroe because I'll have the kilt on, but I can't go the old-fashioned way because I want to stand over like one of those vents on the outside or those air ducts and do the Marilyn Monroe and just have my kilt go up and have somebody take a picture of me like that.
All right, you'll find someone because I'm not doing that.
You wouldn't take a picture of me like that?
Well, you know what? I would because I could put it in the music video that we're making, and that would be hilarious. So, yeah, we could probably find that.
I'll have compression shorts on, so you might get a little bulge action, but you ain't gonna get everything.
So, doing St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. I'm hyped right now because the new Infinity War trailer dropped today. That's a Marvel movie, Avengers. Did you see that at all? Have you seen any of them? None of them? I'm so excited about this. It's going to be such an epic movie. And I don't even like to use the word epic, but this movie is all of these different characters that they've been building up over the last 10 years finally coming together to stop Thanos. Do you know who Thanos is? Wake up, wake up, hey, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. I'm talking about things that I care about. I listen to the shit you talk about that you care about.
Sorry, I just zoned out. Why?
Nah. Anyway, have you seen any Marvel movie at all?
I don't know necessarily which one's a Marvel movie.
Have you seen Iron Man?
No.
See, you would love Iron Man. It's Robert Downey Jr. You gotta like him.
I've seen pieces of that movie.
That's a great one. Thor. The new Thor is great.
I've seen Thor with the Hemsworth brother.
Yeah. So you saw that one?
Yeah.
Have you seen The Avengers?
No.
Oh, I don't even know. This is... What do you do with your life? You just watch Sister Act together again?
All right, I want to check out a preview screening of the new film Pacific Rim Uprising. You remember the first film? This is the sequel. It's going to be in theaters everywhere. 1 week from today, you can get an early screening of it. A couple of passes for you if you're caller number 12. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Alan Cox.
The sort of man we used to describe at school as a complete prick.
The Alan Cox Show.
On 100.7
WMMS.
Another installment of Is It Red? One more segment here with Dr. Ryan Berglund from the Cleveland Clinic. He's a urologist over there, and he comes in and gives of his time and his talent every so often. So you guys can figure out what's going on down there. If you have a text question, a question, you can text it to me, 35192. You can call it in, 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007. A couple of emails I've gotten along the same lines, and you've fielded this question before, about the headaches with ejaculation. Mm-hmm. Can you kind of refresher course us on what that is? It's nothing that people should be concerned about?
You know, it's some kind of venous congestion phenomenon. We don't know exactly, why it happens, but...
it's a blood vessel thing?
It's you increase your central venous and arterial pressure potentially during intercourse and ejaculation. And,
right.
The advice I give is just if you're the person who chronically has that, think about maybe taking a little bit of Motrin or ibuprofen before half an hour or so before sex.
Right.
Just in anticipation.
If you don't need Viagra, take Motrin.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Viagra, by the way, sildenafil can cause headaches.
Yeah.
It's pretty notorious for that.
Well, you take the rough with the smooth, right? I mean, what are you going to do? Let me go to Dave. Hello. Hi, Dave.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Good. You got a question for Dr. Berglund?
I do. So I got a vasectomy in August, I want to say it was. Did the whole super safe, super gentle, be careful when I'm walking, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Is it normal this far out now? I've noticed that at times when me and the wife are getting all hot and bothered, when the member starts to when it gets hard, there are times where I feel like for a minute or two I got kicked in my nuts. Is that normal?
Some patients can develop chronic pain problems after vasectomy, just like any other surgery. Any surgery you do on the body can disrupt nerves and cause chronic pain. If it's just every now and then, it's just a little thing, I wouldn't do anything about it. There are circumstances. Go ahead.
It tends to, I've noticed it tends to only really feel like I got kicked in my left testicle,
right.
And it's only happened a couple times, and it usually stops feeling like I got kicked after a couple minutes. But
yeah, I mean, if it's not that big a deal, I wouldn't do anything about it. You could even take an Advil or leave or whatever before intercourse if that's a problem. The chronic problems, sometimes we have to do a nerve block and nerve removal from the testicle if it really is a serious problem. And there actually are cases where we will reverse a vasectomy in some patients who continue to have chronic pain. But if it's just every now and then, just some aches and pains, I wouldn't do anything about it.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Thanks so much.
Okay. Good luck, Dave. I had somebody on hold earlier, but they couldn't hang on. But what I saw on the screen was their question was they had a vasectomy and they had no pain and they wanted to make sure it had been done right. Did they just get lucky?
They should give their doctor a bonus.
Yeah, there you go.
As long as the semen specimen comes up negative, 2 or 3 months later, it worked. So that you have an objective way of proving that they had a vasectomy.
Okay. I'm going to try to paraphrase a very detailed email here. Testosterone levels are low. What is Dr. Berglund's opinion on DHEA? Because there's side effects and the benefits and risks, DHEA versus a testosterone shot.
I really, there's no role for DHEA in that setting. I would just take standard.
Their doctor recommended DHEA, and she said after reading up, it sounds like it's something that could benefit both of us. This is a girl talking about her and her husband. I would still, if you're not having any symptoms, I wouldn't do anything about it. If you're having symptoms, you're probably better served with testosterone. And what is DHEA?
It's an androgenic steroid.
It's a steroid. Okay.
Yeah, just like testosterone.
Right. Okay, let me go to Mike. Hello, Mike.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. What's up?
Question for the doctor. Years ago, many years ago, I had a small growth on the testicle vein that comes off of it. Mm-hmm. They gave me antibiotics, said it was like epididymitis, I think.
Okay.
And then it was hurting for a little bit. Then after the antibiotics, it stopped. Never completely diminished and went away. But recently, I've gotten another growth in the same area, and it's about the size of small Concord grapes now.
Right.
And they gave me antibiotics, but every now and then it just like gets pinched,
mm-hmm.
and it's just like a testicle getting pinched.
It sounds like you have a spermatocele, which is a little cyst of the epididymis. What you're describing sounds like that. If it's not bothering you that much, I wouldn't do anything about it. If it really is bothering you, so if it's hurting from time to time, really hurting badly, and you want to get it removed, you can get it removed. But just remember, anytime you do surgery, just as we talked about with that person earlier, you can get a chronic pain condition from the surgery itself. So you really want to only operate on something like that if you're really having a big problem with it. Now, very often the surgery will improve the pain or discomfort, but you just have to remember there'll be a few people that get chronic pain because of the surgery.
Okay. Next question on it is, does it diminish the sperm count?
It can. It's a cyst of the epididymis, which is the sac-like structure outside the testicle that collects and allows the sperm to mature. If in the process of taking this out you disrupt the channel that the sperm goes through to get to the vas deferens and ultimately to the urethra, it could block the sperm, the release of sperm from that side. Now, if you have a normal testicle on the other side that's working normally, you'd still be fertile. But yes, it can affect fertility.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mike. Text question: should hydroseals be taken care of or just lived with?
If it's bothering you, say it's the same answer for this past guy about the spermatocele. If it's not bothering you, leave it alone. If it is bothering you, take it out. But you can have complications from surgery. One of the things that happens with hydrocele surgery is immediately following the surgery, things look awful. The people wonder, why in the world did I do that? You're swollen, red, kind of nasty looking, and it takes a number of weeks or even months to heal. So really only operate on something if it's causing a problem. But if it's the size of a basketball and it hurts, take it out.
Right.
But if it's a little subtle thing, I'd leave it alone.
For some reason, whenever you say hydroseal, I think of the store Wet Seal. And you also look awful if you shop there. So.
Alan, my balls are red, but they don't hurt at all. What the F is this? Don't know.
Some people have red scrotums,
Yep. Stop dipping them in maraschino cherries. What do I tell you? I don't know. Hey, Ryan.
Hey.
What's going on?
The show.
Thank you, sir.
Question for Dr. Berglund. So when I'm with my girlfriend, I sometimes have trouble staying erect, and when I do, it takes a while to situation. I do take an antidepressant.
Yes.
So any advice on that?
The first thing I would do is to talk to your physician about changing the antidepressant. Now, if that antidepressant is working really well for you and that's not a good idea, the next thing I would do is actually treat the erectile dysfunction. What you're having is, is erectile dysfunction.
It's got to be a vicious cycle to be on an antidepressant to kind of level your mood, but then you're bummed out because you have trouble ejaculating.
That's exactly right.
I
Such
don't know
a
what
good
you
point.
do. Yeah.
And oftentimes or usually the depression is going to be the more serious of the conditions.
Right.
And so you don't want to, if you've got an antidepressant that's really working well, do you really want to mess with that? The next thing I would do is if the erection medication doesn't work, I would look to doing injection therapy, where you inject the penis with a drug and get an erection.
Okay.
So there are a number of things you can do.
This is the second antidepressant I've tried. At first I was on Lexapro, and then I went off of it to see how it went, to see if the erectile problems got better, and then. But I was starting to feel depressed again, so I went back on. I tried Zoloft this time, and I'm having those troubles again.
Yeah.
So
Zoloft is heavy duty, isn't it?
It sounds like we're proving, though, that this is an antidepressant-related phenomenon, because the problem went away when you went off the medication, right?
Not completely.
Okay, so maybe there's an element of erectile dysfunction, but there's also an element of problem related to the antidepressant. So just be careful about just randomly going off an antidepressant, because you can imagine if you went into a severe depressive episode, people become suicidal, so you want to be really careful about experimenting with that kind of thing.
You might cut it off, and then you wouldn't have the ejaculation problem anymore. Right?
And then second question, just when I am erect, it's curved downwards, and then at the base it's it's weak, so it'll just kind of
Now that's a different story. Now it sounds like you may have Peyronie's disease.
I've thought that before too. I've read about that. I've never been checked out for it.
Are there Peyronie's disease? I think, and when I think about that, and the people we've talked to over the years, it seems like that is a distinct curvature. Are there grades of it?
Absolutely.
Okay. So you can have it and be mildly bent, and then other people they're banging around corners.
Correct.
Okay.
And Peyronie's, we usually don't do anything about it if your curvature is less than 30 degrees. You can imagine straight is 0 degrees, and then you have a 90-degree turn, which is it's completely
if you got a right angle on there.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you break out the protractor when they come in?
That's exactly. Well, we have them bring pictures. We'll actually have them bring a photo to see how curved it is. If it's more than 30 degrees and it is interfering with the ability to have intercourse, that's where you get into the territory where you start to look at doing procedures. But it's the same problem.
Is it a common thing? It sounds
very common.
Why is that so common?
One of my colleagues, Carl Montague, who is kind of a world expert in erectile dysfunction and Peyronie's disease, he has a theory which really makes a lot of sense, that as men develop erectile dysfunction and are having intercourse with less rigid erections, it creates a situation where you can cause damage to the tunica albuginea, which is the strength layer around the penis. So it's these kind of microfractures that are happening over time that lead to injury, scarring, and ultimatly it
kind of stays that way.
Because it is scar tissue.
It's scar tissue. That's exactly right. Scar tissue that causes the curvature. His thought, which I think makes total sense, is that and we do tend to see it more in older men, more in men who are developing erectile dysfunction. And sometimes a chicken and the egg. Did the erectile dysfunction come first, or the erectile dysfunction from the Peyronie's after they developed Peyronie's? He's actually proposing that men who are still able to be sexually active, that are still able to have intercourse, but are having softer erections, should actually start to think about taking erectile dysfunction medications then
earlier
to try and prevent the development of Peyronie's.
To get harder boners.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, let me take a second here. Our $1,000 bribe goes on, which means half past every hour you get a crack at $1,000. Good luck.
Your shot at $1,000. Now, text the keyword luck to 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info. Standard data and message rates apply. That's luck to 200-200. Good luck from WMMS.
Alan, I was curious about a gel I've heard that's in clinical trials injected into the vas and is reversible. Right. Was this the male birth control thing you were talking about?
This is one of the versions of that, yeah.
Okay. He wants your thoughts on that. I think you kind of covered it last time.
Got to see the trial that proves it. And it's a tricky one, because you've got, and this is why there've been so many problems with male contraception.
It's elusive.
Number one, it has to be close to 100% effective.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's got to have a very low failure rate. Number one.
If one of your boys slips through,
it's over.
Yeah.
Game over. But secondly, it has to be reversible, and it has to be perfectly reversible. It has to be demonstrably reversible. So until we see the trial that proves those two things occur, that it's reliable and that it's reversible.
Male birth control is the holy grail, isn't it?
It's the holy grail.
It would be a multi-billion-dollar. I mean, and that's putting it lightly.
It would be huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the female pill makes perfect sense, because you're releasing one egg, and it's just a manipulation of the hormonal cycle to prevent prevent ovulation.
I guess more like the horny grail, really.
People are working on this, but it's got to be effective and reversible, and I just haven't seen that yet. You've got to prove that this. The concern I'd have here is, even if you can prove you can completely block sperm flow,
right?
I've got to see that it's 100% reversible,
and repeated the same results.
Correct.
Yeah. Hey, Jason.
How y'all doing?
What's going on?
I took a Viagra just to try it out, right? And then me and my girl were getting busy, and I think she might have just squeezed it and turned it too hard, right? Because I felt this like burst of pain in the tip, and then we finished and all that, and now it's really painful, sore right where it happened, and then it looks like there's a cut there. And it's not like it's not bumps or anything like that. It's like an indent.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering if I should seek medical attention now, or just wait, let it heal.
So the critical thing here is, a superficial laceration, just a cut in the skin. That's no emergency. But a penile fracture, which is breaking of this layer, the tunica albuginea layer, that is the strength layer that allows the creation of the erection, that actually is a surgical emergency.
If you break your tunica and albuginea, you got to go to a doctor.
You do, because that would need to be repaired. It could lead to permanent problems with the penis. What is indicative of a penile fracture would be, it's very often a popping sound followed by rapid detumescence, loss of the erection. And then the penis will swell and become black and blue.
Now it's not black and blue, and I can still get an erection, but because I'm still having them, I didn't do anything about it because it's obviously pretty painful at the moment.
Yeah,
but
obviously without being able to see it, I can't tell you that you're in the clear. But if you're still getting full erections, you're not black and blue. It probably is not a fracture of the tunica albuginea, which that's the one situation that is a surgical emergency.
Boy, few phrases sound as sinister as detumescence. Just sounds so hopeless, Alan, I'm a healthy 59-year-old with a PSA of 4.85. I know 4 is the threshold for concern, but is 4.85 of concern?
Yes. I mean, how old was he again?
He's 59 and healthy, he says.
That you're going to have a few options there, one of which is a prostate biopsy. If you're a healthy guy, a young guy, the only way we can diagnose prostate cancer is to do a biopsy. And there's a pretty substantial risk there that you have one. And if you have a clinically significant prostate cancer, we want to diagnose it early when it's curable. So now is the time to see your urologist to talk about possibly a biopsy or some additional testing we could do to determine what your risk is.
Hey, Beth.
Yes.
What's going on?
Okay, my boyfriend went on blood pressure medication a couple years ago. And up until then, he had a really healthy sex life. And now he has difficulties performing. And
yes.
I heard you talking about the antidepressants. Is that the same thing? I mean, could blood pressure medication do the same thing?
Absolutely. So,
well, he's trying to have sex and put on a performance, Bill. That's got to be tough, when you're trying to do both. Pick one or the other.
blood pressure. So number 1, antidepressants. Number 2, blood pressure medications. Very common that blood pressure medications lead to erectile dysfunction. So of course,
need to know how to fix that without his heart blowing up.
so here that's
There's the rub.
You hit the nail on the head right there. So just like we were talking about how in a lot of ways depression is a more significant problem than the erectile dysfunction. Having a heart attack or a stroke or all of the chronic problems you get with hypertension probably outweigh the issues with erectile dysfunction. That's one to it very oftentimes would be changing one medication that can fix the problem. So he needs to work with his regular doctor to potentially change his blood pressure medication. He should not do it on his own though. And if no matter what combination of blood pressure medications he's on, he can't fix the problem, then we'd start looking at doing, medications, injections, prosthetics, etc. But oftentimes just tweaking the medications will fix that problem.
So you're saying I can't switch out his blood pressure medicine for baby aspirin?
Right.
St. Joseph.
Right. Yeah. Don't on your own switch up your medications. That is a lot of people do it, and it's dangerous.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Beth. Tread lightly. All right. One more. John, hello.
Hi there.
What's going on?
Hey, I got a question for the doctor. Basically, I'm having some erectile problems. Basically, I can't get a full erection. And when I get pretty much halfway there, I ejaculate. I'm on no medication.
Sounds like you're all the way there.
What's that?
Sounds like you're all the way there if you're ejaculating.
Yeah, but I'm not fully erected. That's the problem.
Oh,
so
right.
It's over pretty quick.
So you probably have two problems at the same time. One is erectile dysfunction. We treat it like we treat anybody else with erectile dysfunction. Start off with medications, potentially injections, prosthetics, etc. The second is you have premature ejaculation, clearly.
Right.
And so one way we treat premature ejaculation, which we've been referring to throughout the show today, is treat you with there's some antidepressant medications that we can put you on intermittently to treat that. There also are some numbing gels, lidocaine-based gels that you can use that numb the penis and reduce the chance of having premature ejaculation. So you treat both of those problems as separate problems.
Okay. What's the best type of doctor to go to? Because I don't have a physician whatsoever. Where would I start?
Very oftentimes your primary care physician can take care of that. And how old are you?
I'm 50.
You're at the age where you need to get a primary care physician. You really do.
Okay.
A lot of important health things start to happen when you get into your 50s that you need to be following for. They can oftentimes take care of that. If not, they can refer you to see a urologist.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, John. I realized that I hadn't had a checkup in a while when I called my doctor to make an appointment, and the girl said, "She retired." I go, "Oh, well, I guess I should have. I missed my window there." Dr. Ryan Berglund, always good to see you, buddy. Thank you for coming in. If you want to call the Cleveland Clinic, the number over there is what?
1-800-CCF-CARE.
1-800-CCF-CARE. Enjoy the rest of March Madness with all those vasectomies, and we will talk to Dr. Berglund again soon. If you want to get the last word in before we get out of here, you can shoot a text 35192.
Is it red? Does it itch? Does it hurt like a bitch? Is it red? Is it red? Is it red?
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And
he succeeded.
Thanks for watching, as always, guys, and we'll see you on Monday and see you tomorrow at the run.